Hello, hello. Night, heroes. Trying to get up and running. Oh, good. That worked. Hello, Shinigami. How are you? So the choices today were more Catherine, more Raincoat, or Dead Rising 2, one of my favorite games of all time. Shinigami-chan! And to the surprise of myself, I picked not Dead Rising 2. What I'm not surprised about is I picked Raincoat, because since I stopped playing it yesterday, I haven't stopped thinking about it. I hope to hear the English voices. Well, good. If there's one thing I can guarantee, it's that. Also, how you doing today, Siri? I said Suri, not Siri. Shut up, you. Phone. Lady. Fun fact, Shinigami-chan refers to herself as Ore-sama-chan. Doing good? Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I know from sneaky private conversation that you're farther than I am, so I won't hit you with the spoiler warning. But if anyone else is watching and hasn't played this game, we're in it. We're being attacked by Borderlands dudes with lightsabers. Spent my day off playing this game? That sounds like a day well spent.
Wait, please, listen to me. I can explain.
But will you?
What's there to talk about? You're a master detective of the WDO, aren't you? The name's Swank Katsunel. I'm with the Amaterasu Corporation's Peacekeepers.
Wow. You look like a good, honest, trustworthy guy who has opinions on late-stage capitalism.
Amaterasu Corporation Peacekeepers?
Don't act like you don't know. You're a WDO detective for crying out loud. Or are you some sort of imposter?
Fun fact, there's maybe some confusion about that. If you could just talk to my friends in the never mind, don't do that.
No, I'm not.
Wow, that's a kind of ambiguously worded answer.
I think.
You think?
Talisman says hi. Oh, speaking of, I guess there was some audio issues yesterday. Did Talisman's audio come through? This is the track that was sampled from P5? Yeah, it sounds like it. Huge fan. I liked it to cover his bases. This guy... Oh my god, I didn't even notice the $ smoke cloud. Or the barcode cut into his hair. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're definitely an Amazon CEO, that's for sure. But I like that he has the yen symbol and the $ tattooed on the back of his head. I couldn't hear it. Okay. Well then. Not that I'm looking for an excuse to just enjoy this music a little bit. Okay, Talisman. Make some noise. Buddy. Come on now. Character design is peak in this game, real Vivzy Pop vibes, but like humans? Yeah, absolutely. It's like everything that they're about. Oh, you heard him that time? Okay, good. Yeah, everything that this character is about is baked into their model, and I love it. You didn't hide that time. Husband. Rude. No, you can do it again, but better. There you go. Being a jerk today. I also love he. No, you can't fly. Aww. He always forgets that he can't fly when he turns solid. Anyway. How's he going again? So cute. Oh, he's so proud of himself. All right, look at the screen, buddy. All right. Well, you know what? You have fun. You do you.
Well, I don't care either way. What's about to happen has already been decided.
Ooh, ominous.
Which is?
The Peacekeepers are the defenders of law and executioners in Kanai Ward. The unjust wander into my space.
Then we switch them to Facebook.
They will be eliminated.
Ooh.
Eliminated?
Yeah, like peed out.
Hey, isn't Kanai Ward under the complete control of Amaterasu?
Oh, interesting. Do we think that Shinigami can be heard by this guy?
Meaning, these people are like the police here.
Police? But it's just some company security department.
Kokohead was not moving his mouth then, so they are communicating telepathically. That's my thought.
Who are you talking to?
Nope, never mind. He was talking out loud. And he could not hear her. Ooh, that portrait's real good, too.
Right. You're the only one who can see me, thanks to our contract, Master.
Yeah, no, thanks, Shinigami-chan. We figured that out already.
It's a bit cliche at this point, huh?
Don't laugh! Help me!
Quit saying things out
I'll
loud!
ask again. Who do you think you're talking to, huh? Talk about suspicious.
I mean, this will probably be the one thing that I agree with this man over, but he's not
sorry.
wrong.
Tell me how you're gonna explain this situation. We prepared that train to welcome you all here, but an internal fight sprawling into a bloodbath was unexpected.
Are you sure? Are you super crazy sure about that?
It's not what it looks like. There's a perfectly logical explanation behind this.
It was the ghosts!
You're the culprit.
I mean, that would be a perfectly rational explanation. But I meant like a different one, though.
Well, that was direct. Master, try your
I fucking
best
love
to
the
be-
accent they gave him. Yeah, it is dynamite. These voice actors are killing it. I love the English dub. I haven't heard the Japanese dub, so I have no point of comparison, but this is exceptional. Look at his little teacup. I just noticed it. Why do you have a teensy little dainty cup that you're holding like an absolute gentleman? Like from like the cup to his right wrist, classy, eleganto gentleman. And then everything past that is just total scumbag gangster.
No, I really don't know anything. Everyone was killed while I was asleep.
Uh-huh.
I don't think so. While the other detectives were asleep, you killed them. As proof, there's the coffee and wine.
Wait, wine? You didn't do anything with the wine. How do you know that anything was done with wine?
What the?
How do you know that those were drugged and to have your goons drink them and that it would be a total own?
We found coffee and wine in the dining car.
Are you sure Bluehead just isn't a lightweight?
When we checked the second car earlier, I had a subordinate drink it. You can see what happened.
Drinking on the job.
Looks
Disappointing.
like some sort of knockout drug was mixed in.
drug.
Which means you drugged the other detectives and killed them while they were passed out.
That would explain why we were passed out in the bathroom. I thought it was just Shinigami manifesting.
Wow. He may just be a lowly grunt, but he knows his stuff. He could be trouble.
Why do you sound so impressed?
So did you figure out the cause of death?
Yes, they all burned to death.
Huh? All of them?
Sure about that?
How cruel of you to kill them like that.
Japanese dub sounds very straightforward with less cartooniness, aside from Shinigami. I kind of like the camp over the topness.
What's your end game in this? Is it
I'm sure the
money?
Japanese voice cast did a great job too, but I'm kind of appreciating this
Money.
level of goof.
And over everything you swiped, I promise I'll show mercy to your wallet.
He just wants money. That's no fair.
No shit. What do you think this guy was about?
I'm not the culprit.
Yes, you are. You're the culprit.
We have a 99.9% conviction rate down here.
No, I'm not the perpetrator. But do I know that for sure?
I think it's pretty safe to say now that this guy is framing us so hard that we know for sure that we're not the one that did it.
Who else besides me could have done it?
I have a theory.
There were without a doubt only 6 people on the train, and 5 of them were killed.
Okay, so I was looking through the VOD from yesterday's playthrough because I was trying to find clips to pick out, and what I think happened, and I didn't notice it the first time, was that the 5th car attached right as we were walking into it, because remember there was a buzz and there was like a loud clanging noise right as we were about to open the door, but it was before I hit the button to open the door. So I think what happened was during the meeting, there were only 4 cars on the train, and when the first 2 used their not their stands, their fortes, they confirmed that there were only 6 people within a 500-meter range, right? But it didn't stay that way. Our assumption was that it stayed that way and we had all the same number of cars the whole time. But what I think happened is that the other car was coming back from this place. I forget the Kanai ward, something like that. It was coming from here. It attached to the train, so now we have a 7th person. That 7th person, either that 7th person killed everybody, or that 7th car already that we had a 7th person in our 5th car. Either the 5th car brought the killer over, or the killer was already on board impersonating Aphex. And the real Aphex was already dead because his body was on the 5th car. So I think either he was dead all along and had been dead for a while, or well, I guess it wouldn't make sense, or it would have to be that way. Or I'm completely wrong. But I'm just spilling my guts out now so that I can be super smug and unbearable if I called it. Anyway, let's go.
So the only possibility is...
Stands? Oh, come on. Tell me they're not stands.
Just admit it. I know you're the culprit.
What am I supposed to do?
Admit it now. You're guilty.
Oh, no. You don't have to say that, Talisman. Damn.
Am I...
This isn't a trial. We're not under oath.
Come on, confess.
No. Yeah. Lips of stone, Talisman. Good job. Hey, Pyro. How's it going?
Maybe it's better if I confess for now.
No, don't you dare. Don't you dare, Kokohead. That'd be a real Kokoheaded
To
move.
get through this now and get some time to think about it.
Why confess if you didn't do it? Master, you're an idiot! Doug won't kill you!
Huh? You heard me? I didn't say it out loud.
There you go again, talking to yourself. Must be crazy or something.
Beam your brain thoughts into the ghost zone.
I hear your
How
thoughts,
hard is
too.
that?
I told you we share the same mind and body. Anyway, never mind that. Why are you giving up already?
Exactly.
Well, there's nothing I can do.
Based and Kokoheaded.
Wrong. The mystery solving has just begun. Why did you make a contract with me to begin with?
I don't remember. Smack, smack, smack.
Huh? What do you mean?
Stop talking to yourself, you unstable psycho! Bring him down, men! Confiscate anything of value he has while you're at it.
And then this turns into a fighting game.
Oh, don't sound so pitiful. I'll show you what I'm made of right now. Come on, Master.
Are we actually gonna fight him? No, never mind. She's Sailor Moon. Okay. I knew that she was a girl. Sorry, I'm taking screenshots for YouTube. I didn't think she'd have a full-on Sailor Moon transformation. Awesome. So whoever in the chat yesterday said that her crown has total Bowsette vibes, you called it,
What's
I guess.
happening?
Oh, whoa, they're frozen? Let's kill them. Going well, thanks. I'm just lurking as I have no clue what happened. I'm here to give a viewer in support. Oh, thank you, Pyro. What's going on is we're a master detective with amnesia, and I guess we're being haunted by a ghost who's also a waifu, and I guess we're gonna kill these people. Oh, also there's 5 dead people on the train, and we don't know what happened.
What's going on? Ah, who are you?
What do you mean? I've been with you the entire time.
Is she still floating?
Wait, you're Shinigami?
Oh, right. Guess you can't tell because I'm not puffy anymore. I can only access the mystery labyrinth if I'm at full power, so I had to change forms. But some parts of me are still nice and puffy. It's true. Want a touch?
No, thank you.
I'm okay. Anyway, what's going on? It's like time has stopped.
She is still floating.
What's
It's a
that
total
hole?
flex.
That hole is connected to the mystery labyrinth.
Mystery labyrinth?
You'll find out when you enter. Come on, let's go!
Wait, you have to tell me. What's a mystery labyrinth?
She's not gonna, and you're gonna get pushed in.
The deeds for later, Cat!
Okay. As kind of over Shinigami I was yesterday,
The rabbit hole we go!
this is pretty funny. I have to admit. Spike Chunsoft at maximum Spike Chunsoftitude. Man, I was this close to a chapter save. Oh well. That's okay. This is a good place to start a new stream anyway. I do love her a lot. Yeah, she's growing on me. And not because she can still float when she has a physical form, Talisman. But because she unlocked the next gameplay segment. And kept me from getting my ass kicked. Those are endearing qualities in my book. Ooh. Agreed, Talisman. You can float. I believe it. Aw. Damn it. We have cape. He'll learn one day. This looks like the first Somnium. Or I guess the second Somnium. The first one was
Where am I?
Date's.
What do you think of my awesome powers? This is what you obtained in exchange for your memories, Master.
This is pretty rad. This is way better than having a 50-meter radar. Or the ability to draw on your phone really good.
You did this, Shinigami? Is this why I made a pact with you? I don't understand any of this. Where are we?
Simply put, it's an alternate universe. It's got that kind of vibe, right?
An alternate universe.
And you don't sound surprised. Come on, it's awesome! You probably think it's cliched, huh? Well, this isn't any old alternate universe. Check this out! Ta-da! This is the Mystery Labyrinth. It's a maze that materializes mysteries.
Sorry, I'll
from
stop
the
being
real
such a
world.
screenshot tourist. I'll stop being such a screenshot tourist when this game stops putting
Materializes
funny and cool things on the
mysteries?
screen.
Unsolved mysteries become lost to time, right?
She
But
says
here,
isekai
they
here instead of
actually
alternate
take
universe.
shape as a
Yeah,
mystery labyrinth.
that makes sense.
Now,
But I guess
this
they
maze is the
they
materialized
can't
form of
assume
the
that people
unsolved
playing these
murders that
games
took
are
place
familiar
on
with
the
things like
Amaterasu
isekai, even if
Express.
they're kind of cliche, as she said.
This maze.
Because this might be
is the
somebody's
mystery?
first like Spike Chunsoft game or the first anime game.
I have the power to interact
Yeah,
with this mystery labyrinth.
They might be uncultured, as Tal has been so rudely put it. So I understand that they'd say alternate universe, but isekai does make more
That's why
sense.
we were able to come here in the first place. Anyway.
I haven't been
Master,
listening to a
we're
word
the
you've been
Amaterasu
saying, Shinigami.
Express Massacre Mystery Labyrinth.
What happens when we beat it?
In every case, there's a hidden truth, and we have to find the truth deep inside this mystery labyrinth.
Cool. Let's do it instead of
if
talking
we
about
beat
it.
This mystery labyrinth, the truth of that case will be revealed.
The floor is not making pop culture references, and Shinigami floats.
Naturally, so will the true identity of the killer. Now, let's solve this thing.
We'll discover the killer's identity too?
You couldn't solve it in reality, so we're solving it in this alternate universe. They're two sides of the same coin. But whether or not you discover the truth depends on the person entering the labyrinth. The more complex the
I mean, we
mystery
have a
is in the
cool
real world,
Abstergo
the
cape
more complex the maze
with
will
an
be
up
too.
arrow, just like the hat that what's his face had, Aphex. He had an up arrow on his hat.
Killers in real-world cases throw whatever obstacles they can at investigators, right? Those are also materialized into the maze, so this is gonna be a tough battle.
So you're saying there are traps in there?
Can we just discover the traps instead of like
Yep.
talking about
Looks
how
like
they're
you're
in there?
finally getting it. Now that I've explained it all, let's head into the dungeon.
Yes, please.
Hold on.
No,
I don't
Kokohead?
understand any of this.
Seriously, you don't get it?
What's not to get?
A mystery labyrinth is a maze based on a real mystery. This one is formed from the murder on the Amaterasu Express.
Yep, you're right so far.
She kind of sounds like Laura Bailey. I won't look it up because yeah, we were looking up voice actors yesterday because I kept making incredibly wrong guesses, and I think we bumbled into some spoilers. At least that's what I was told.
There's always a hidden truth inside of
All I heard was
mystery
that, like, hey,
labyrinth.
this voice actor does somebody else in the story,
going?
and I'm like, have we seen them yet? And the chatter said no, so we left it there.
The Amaterasu Express case will be solved?
The downside is, I think, depending on what they found, I hope that we didn't ruin the game for that chatter. I say we, it was me. I was the one that fucked it, but...
Yup, you totally get it.
What? I don't get anything. This makes no logical
I get it more
sense.
than you do, Kokohead, and I checked out
Sheesh.
ages ago.
This is why you're a benchwarmer detective. You're in an alternate universe and hung up on details.
Okay. Say nothing of his detective skills. I think that the 5 detectives that caught fire were more benchwarmy than I was. Just saying.
I am.
Okay, I'll explain more about how it works as we explore the mystery labyrinth. If you have any more questions along the way, stare at my boobs for exactly.
I don't have questions.
That'll make all your worries disappear.
No, it won't! Please, explain everything now!
Relax, relax. I'll tell you in due time.
Very warm on those benches, indeed.
Come on, let's go. Time to unriddle this mystery labyrinth.
Is it actually time? I'm not falling for it again.
Sorry. I
Oh
forgot
my
to mention
god,
the
I was
important
kidding.
keys. Whoopsie.
Keys? You mean for opening doors in the dungeon?
Jesus.
Yeah, something like that, but...
I mean,
keys
we're
in the
nowhere
mystery
near
labyrinth are
Atlas
used to break
levels
through
of
mysteries.
tutorializing, but
They're called
goddamn.
solution keys, and they're essential to clear the mystery labyrinth.
So, where do I find
In
them?
the fucking place! Let's
Solution
go!
keys are materialized clues for a case. Normally, you'd get them during the
Said begone
investigation.
thought. Yeah, he just dismisses her into the labyrinth and then leaves to be quietly arrested.
You kinda had to rush through the investigation this time around, so let's briefly review the case.
Oh, you know what? At least we're recapping at the beginning of a new stream. I would have been infuriated if we would have recapped at the end of a
starters,
stream.
Try to recall all that happened on board the Amaterasu Express.
The Amaterasu Express?
You know, the train that you got on. A train is a form of wheeled conveyance across rails. It's used to get to places. Places are locations that aren't here.
The Amaterasu Express is the only
God,
method
we
of
really are going back down
transportation
to...
in Kanai Ward.
Okay. Well, hey, Pyro, if you're still lurking, here's your recap.
It's an automated, unmanned train with 5 cars. Its doors won't open while in motion, and windows are fixed in place. There were no stops before our destination, so the train kept moving until it arrived at the station.
I like this track.
A monitor in the backup control room displays the operation log, and there was no record of the train stopping.
What the... Okay.
Here's
I mean,
your
agreed. Are you gonna do that every time? Oh, I hope you do. Awesome.
So this is a solution key, but why did it come out of your mouth?
What do you mean? So I don't have to use my hands. I worked really hard developing this method.
Agreed, Talisman. That's, I mean, good for you and really cool. I'm not gonna ask any further questions. Yuma's voice is so much cuter in English. Fun fact, Yuma in English is Kibo.
You put thought into this?
So that's how words and events you think are clues get transformed into solution keys.
Through vomit.
Let's keep reviewing what happened in this case.
All right, I'll do my best.
Blah. Key. Bo. Kibo. Comes full circle.
The incident occurred inside the Amaterasu Express while it was still moving. Including myself, there were 6 master detectives on
Knowing
board.
that this recap could be, like, cut short with a vomit take at any point makes it a lot more entertaining, I must say.
Aphex and Poochie's abilities confirmed there were no other passengers on the train.
Damn it! I wanted the... Okay.
And who died first again?
It was Zilch in the first car's infirmary.
Key boy Kokohead.
I noticed smoke pouring through the crack of the door, and looking through the window, I saw a knife stuck in Zilch's chest.
The knife stuck in Zilch's chest.
The infirmary was on fire, so smoke quickly filled the whole area. I hurried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge because it was locked.
I like that his ahoge is shaped like a question mark.
Does that mean this was a locked room mystery?
Technically, no, because the whole train is the mystery, and we were in the train.
Not really. There's a chance the killer had a duplicate key.
That's no fun.
Anyway, I broke the door's window and unlocked the door from the inside
The
to enter
duplicate key.
infirmary. By then, Zilch's corpse had burnt to a crisp.
Which is an insanely fast, like, combustion. Like, I feel like you could like take like a turkey, like a marinated turkey, and throw it into a bonfire, and it wouldn't burn up that fast. Because this is like seconds, maybe a minute
I wanted
tops.
to alert the others, so I moved to the second car.
Unless Coco had passed out on his way to the fire extinguisher. I guess
But
that's
I
possible.
found Mellamy's corpse there. I think she was set on fire with the liquor in the dining car.
A key conveniently shaped like a fire extinguisher, or a key that can also extinguish fires.
Ooh, a flambe! A human flambe.
That reminds me, something was off about car 2. Right before the train entered the tunnel, there was a strange shaking.
Isn't that from entering the tunnel? It's like air pressure. Oh, wind stuff.
And there was a blackout right after, although it only lasted a moment.
Yeah. What was up with that blackout? Was there one on the other side of the tunnel too?
We know that the power is linked to
No,
the control
when we
stations.
exited the tunnel,
And it
there was
mentioned something
shaking
about the
again,
power
but
being
no
controlled
blackout.
by the power station management system. So I forget the exact wording, but we know that we know to expect a blackout whenever control is shifted to or from autonomous control.
There was
I'm
something
curious
else,
if
too.
he'll remember that right
Something
away,
that
or if
happened
that's
when
a
we were in the
stage
fourth
2
car.
clue.
I wonder if that's a clue.
Oh, there we go. No, wait, it's just the blackout
And
is
the
the
next
key.
corpse was the little girl in the third car?
Yeah, it was Poochie. Another burnt body. Just like the first 2 cars.
Oh yeah, wasn't there a secret base thing in the third car?
What?
You mean the backup control system? I remember something about that.
Imagine her barfing between all of this. I would love that.
The
At
control
least give me the
system
option to see it and then skip.
automatically manages
His
the
head is just
electricity within the
okay. It's
train.
not really, but it looks like the control panel is like raised, and he's sticking his head underneath it, like he's trying to burrow into the control panel. Like, am I crazy, or does it look like he's trying to like dig with his forehead into the electronic, like a little bunny?
When the main control system fails, it will switch to the backup system after 1 second.
You may have amnesia, but you've got a pretty good memory. Anything else you can remember?
Kokohead's natural environment.
I did notice that the backup control system was actually operating. And if the backup was on, that means the main system was down, right? What do you think about that?
Okay, so cool. We are gonna we did get that key right
The
away.
train never stopped, so it doesn't change the fact that no one could get in or out, right?
Not necessarily,
Yeah, that's true.
unless another car attached mid-flight.
Next, you found the geezer's corpse in the fourth car, right? He was also covered in burns. Was there anything strange about that corpse?
He didn't have any external wounds, but he was holding the cell phone he uses for his photography ability.
Oh yeah, that useless ability. It's basically no better than a dash cam.
Damn, savage.
Anyway, forget
Not
about
wrong,
the geezer for
but
now.
savage.
I don't want that old man smell haunting my memories.
Jesus. Oh, 2 new keys. Nice.
Next and last is the fifth car. Come on, try to remember it.
The body we found in the 5th car was completely charred. It was impossible to tell who it was. But the necklace around the corpse's neck confirmed it was Aphex.
Look at them casually shitting on Joseph Joestar. I mean, just like the writers for part 3, but
We
still,
also discovered
savage.
a stab wound to the chest.
A burnt corpse thought to belong to Aphex. Interesting wording.
Also, judging by things like the plate on the wall, the 5th car appeared to be far more burnt than the other cars.
Maybe the room ended up like that because the victim was on fire and running around trying to put it out.
Oh, and the blood on the interior lock of the 5th car's infirmary is an important clue, I think.
I would love if I walk into this giant, elaborate
So
labyrinth,
I guess that does
and
it
as soon
for
as
our
I
review
step
of the
in,
case.
it's just Psyche Taxi from V3.
Wait,
And that's
there
the whole
was
game.
something else. After the train arrived
With the
at
same
station-
music and everything. Like, I'm not even playing as Kokohead anymore.
According to the Peacekeepers' reports, they all burned to death. But that part seems off to me.
They just clip him into the baby seat and then let the V3 protagonist take over.
And they also mentioned there was a knockout drug mixed into the drinks in the dining car.
Oh yeah, they did give us a bunch of unnecessary information.
Yeah, I think that's everything of note.
Thank you. I was hoping we'd get
What
another
a big
one.
catch! There should be enough solution keys to solve it.
But I still don't know how to use them.
Also, can you like wipe them off or
Master,
something?
you worry too much. I'm sure it'll turn out fine.
Oh boy. Triggered.
Solution keys are important to solving mysteries. Yours truly is important too.
Suichi like step aside. I'm gonna show you how real detectiving happens. Then just runs over women. Yeah, Yuma's just in the background screaming like, "Can we please stop?" No! Blah!
Sure hope you got all that down.
Fubba-da, 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 fubba-da. And then we get to the end, and then it's just like you get like handed a pamphlet that says, "Oh hey, this is the killer." Thanks.
Shinigami's tutorial corner.
Oh crap, I should have been reading these. Labyrinth skills are abilities that help you clear mystery labyrinths. Acquire them by spending your skill points, which you get when your detective rank
Hey,
increases.
Master, do you need a power up?
Labyrinth skills can be checked and acquired in the abilities section of the notebook.
Set whichever skills
You can
suit
activate
best.
labyrinth skills by setting them, but it requires memory cost, so pay attention to how many you have left.
Time to head off in search of the truth. Let's solve this thing.
Okay. I am extremely tempted to just immediately go into the notebook and start buying shit, but I think I'm gonna wait and just send it until I run into a
Will
roadblock
things
that I can't
really
get past.
turn out fine?
Screenshot tourist. Can't help it. Damn, it's not Psyche Taxi.
So, this is the mystery labyrinth. It sure
I
looks
immediately
creepy.
bought shit too. Yeah, that'd be... Ugh! I want to so bad.
Hey, if we keep going, will we really get to the truth?
Come on, would I lie to you?
Yes.
I told you the deepest part of the labyrinth holds the truth, right? So, let's go. I'm
Fucking
so
go.
ready for mysteries right now.
Oh, okay,
Weird.
cool.
What?
Don't.
I'm gonna write this down.
There are places in the mystery labyrinth where the path just goes on and on. You can't move on until the scene plays out, so keep following the path until it does. Okay? Hopefully your Switch doesn't die and you don't need to take a piss beforehand. Whoa. I don't know what the buttons are. That's cool. Okay, so... Right stick button centers the camera. Left stick button does nothing. Triggers and bumpers don't do anything. And I can't, like, jump. Oh, but I can still get to my menu. Okay. So there are no buttons, so I shouldn't worry about buttons, right? It's probably fine.
Hey, did something move just now?
Oh, that's a cue.
Q? Is that a monster living in the mystery labyrinth?
You wish.
Not exactly monsters. Q are part of the mystery labyrinth itself. They're what materialize the mysteries.
They have to have done that on purpose.
You have no intelligence or autonomy. You is manifesting mysteries in the labyrinth.
Okay. I'm not gonna get political on this stream,
Since you
but I
aren't
will
allergic to
laugh
mysteries,
at the
they're
political
kind of
adjacent wording
obstacles.
that the video game has presented to me. Good shit. You're what? Yeah.
So in other words, they're the enemy.
Of course, as a detective seeking the truth, mysteries are your greatest enemy.
Makes sense. So Kokohead, you're totally fine with how this entire place just changes and morphs as you run through it. Uh-oh. Hmm? Oh no, it's cute.
What is that?
Never mind. They're combining. Oh no, it's awesome. Let's kill it.
What the? There are monsters here!
That's a mystery phantom.
Stupid. Don't even know a mystery phantom when you see one.
I told you that cues make mysteries materialize, right? Well, if there's someone
I don't
in
like the
real
way
world
you're
trying to
gyrating, my
interfere with
dude.
the case, that person also materializes. That's a mystery phantom.
Interfering with the case? Hey, doesn't he kind of look like Swank of the Peacekeepers?
I mean, yeah.
If the Peacekeepers are tied up in this, then maybe this incident has something to do with Amaterasu Corporation.
He's like if Swank of the Peacekeepers had like a third form Mario 64 Bowser.
You're the culprit.
Huh?
Oh no, he get big. Oh no, he get big.
Since all the other passengers on the train are dead, you're the only one who could have done the crime.
That voice reminds me of Lala Escargot? No way. Lala's a good. She would never.
So you're the culprit. That's the truth behind this case.
I think I see what you are talking about though with that like the gravelly like repack a day voice is kind of
Master,
similar.
he's trying to
I see where you're
tell you
coming
to bury
from.
the case.
But oh no,
Past
Lala
this,
would
you
never.
can't reach the truth.
What do I do? Should I just run away?
Shoot him with logic bullets.
A detective doesn't run from a mystery. You gotta defeat him.
Defeat him? How?
Shoot him with logic bullets.
Master,
Or something.
are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Huh?
Clearly he's not.
Just say, I am.
Just say yes. Just accept terms and conditions, you dummy.
I am.
Is she speedrunning him through a Persona Awakening? Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. I mean, she's speedrunning him through an awakening, that's for sure. He's very good at dancing for a blobby ghost. Cool.
What? A sword?
Lala's a good, just the voice. Yeah, I know.
I call it the Solution Blade. It's a sword with special powers to affect things inside the Mystery Labyrinth.
It's also slightly sticky, but that has nothing to do with the mystery.
Use that to boom kill the Mystery Phantom. Let's do this!
Oh, does the Japanese VA use boom kill like that, or is that an English-only
Whoa,
thing?
slow down. How do I use this?
Hit him with it.
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually. anyway. Damage you take here is nothing to sniff at. It's not like an injury in the real world, but still. The more and more your mind realizes you've been hurt here, oh boy.
Oh, it's cognitive damage. Man, I wish there was some kind of game, like video game that used that kind of mechanic.
Start from the beginning again. No one wants that, so you'd better be super careful. Come on, pay attention.
Traps and obstacles lie in wait inside the mystery labyrinth. Make a mistake while facing them, and Master stamina will decrease.
Dead, Master?
God damn it. It's game over when the stamina runs out, so be careful as you uncover the truth. Always fucking stamina. Cool. New loading screen. I like it. I'm gonna try turning up my monitor because this shit's hype. If you get an echo, let me know. Boom Kira? Really? Boom Akira? Oh, that's fucking great.
I'll tell you.
I actually really like that.
Secret.
Reasoning Deathmatch. A mystery phantom will attack Master while making statements, capital S, about the case.
Dodge, duck, dodge.
Getting hit by a capital S statement means taking damage, so move up, down, left, and right to avoid it. Track it carefully, and dodge!
Come on, pay attention.
If you dodge a capital S statement at the very last second, it becomes a capital daring capital dodge. The more daring dodges you make, the bigger the bonus you'll get later. Wait. Oh, so it's like perfect parries, okay.
Don't you forget.
The bonuses for successful daring dodges is based on the max amount you can dodge in one cycle. Basically, there's a cap on how much you can get.
Don't let any shady statement slip by.
Inflammable statements give you a chance to counterattack. Statements might contain a contradiction, objection. Slash through it with the solution capital S, blade capital B, and fight back against the phantoms. No, but I like them. Oh wait, no, mine were called the diamonds. Never mind.
Master doesn't make mistakes.
Just kidding, they were the Duke Crimers.
Right? Right?
To expose a contradiction, you gotta pick the right solution key. The key is already set in the solution blade this time, so find the contradictory inflammable statement and slash it. No, I'm like, oh, Chai, you're not, okay. Did you avenge my catboy husband? No, we basically... So, quick recap. So, we got caught by the Amazon police, you saw that part. We're getting super duper hardcore framed, we all saw that one coming. Turns out Shinigami is a boing boing waifu, which I think was in the trailer, so that's not really much of a spoiler. She threw us into a pocket dimension that has a Persona 5 Truth Palace, and she vomited out a bunch of keys, and we pulled a sword out of, I think, her esophagus. And now we're learning how to do things in the gameplay dungeon. And that is how we will avenge your catboy husband.
Slash those suspicious statements.
If you slash a statement containing a contradiction with the right solution key, you'll destroy it and damage the mystery phantom. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Picking the wrong solution key or missing the timing means taking damage. Just some friendly advice from yours truly. Oh, thank you. Give them man some ibuprofen for his inflammatory statements. Yeah, if your inflammatory statements last for 4 hours or longer, you may need to see a doctor. And perish. Ooh, dodge. Jump.
You're the culprit behind
Ow.
this case.
Don't.
You murdered 5 bastard detectives.
I didn't murder anybody.
That's
Okay.
the only explanation.
Oh, I get it. Uppies. There we go.
Else is dead.
And then I perfect dodged that
Could have
one.
done the crime.
Okay. How do I... Yuma passed out after drinking this. It's potent enough to... Yep, there we go. That's a contradiction. Use it! How do I use it?
What do I do?
He's treating me like I'm the culprit. What do?
Master.
Oh, hell yeah. I knew it! I knew you. Oh my god, Shy, you totally did. So, I forgot. When he was framing us back at the train station, he pulled out the coffee cup that we drank from and a random wine bottle and said, look, these things are totally drugged. These things that you definitely knew about. Which we didn't, because you weren't here yet. Were drugged. See? I even gave it to my lackeys, knowing that they'd pass out. You don't have to let the words get that close to slash. On Switch, it's X. Okay. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong X. That's why. Hitting Xbox X.
You're the culprit behind this case.
Okay. Up. Nope.
You murdered 5 bastard detectives. That's the only explanation.
Up. There we go.
Everyone else is dead. You're the only one who could have done the crime.
And then that's the big scary one. Cha!
Slash through this mystery. No! There's no way I could have done it! I wasn't conscious the whole time because I drank the drugged coffee in the dining car.
It's no use. Your deduction is wrong.
Gonna have to prove it. Nuh-uh doesn't stand in the court of phantom waifu ghost law. Looks like there are more solution keys to choose from. The number of keys will change between RDMs. Use the correct key and slash through the contradiction in the inflammable statement.
You better not be skimming
I
over this.
already mentioned this, but attacking with the wrong solution key means taking damage, so be careful. Wait. Did you ever watch Skate the Infinity? No, I did not.
You knew it was drunk.
I didn't know shit. I don't know nothing about nothing.
You avoided being knocked out. The other detectives were drugged. And you went around killing them all.
Nuh-uh.
You're busted.
What keys do I have? Oh, the thoughtography image. Yeah, it shows me drinking it. I knew we were going to come back to that picture.
Took the laced coffee.
And what?
Only pretended to drink it.
Joke's on you.
This is the truth.
I'm a big dumb that trusts people I just met implicitly.
Zonge's photography footage showed me drinking the coffee. That proves I wasn't faking anything.
Did we did it? Amnesia will make you the big trusting dumb, apparently. I'm willing to bet he was already the big trusting dumb, considering he gave his memories up to a ghost to get superpowers. I mean, granted, these are pretty dope superpowers.
See? No matter how weak you are, things will turn out fine, as long as I'm here.
He tried to frame me as the culprit.
You don't say. This motherfucker looks like a character from it. Which motherfucker? The big glowy motherfucker? Oh, yeah, Talisman, I swore, I'm sorry.
I want to set you up and call
The
it
big
dead.
glowy motherfucker or these two motherfuckers? Oh, yeah, him?
That's why the peacekeepers barged in as soon as the train hit the station. They probably planned this.
You don't say.
So they knew what was going to happen.
Also, even when she's solid,
Then
she
the culprit
floats, so
worked
she's
for
got 1
Amaterasu?
point over Talisman, unfortunately.
Or someone hired by them. Either way, the peacekeepers want to hide who did it.
So the reason Control Headquarters didn't respond to the emergency calls was because of Amaterasu.
Makes sense.
Probably. Now that we know what they're aiming for, we're one
there you
step
go.
closer to the truth.
Don't touch the ground is cringe, no! That's okay, he got over it.
Let's keep this up and unriddle this mystery
I hate
labyrinth
Shinigami even
so
more now.
we
You know
can
what?
get to the truth.
Shinigami has been growing on me this stream. I was right there with you. I was pretty annoyed with her during the train segment. But
You're awfully
now that she
casual about
throws up
this.
keys
My life
and
is
like
at stake here.
materialized a palace for me to do gameplay in, She's a lot better. And she isn't just, like, standing by saying
I
unhinged
understand
things
now
every
that
2
the
seconds.
mystery labyrinth is the case's mysteries given shape.
But if I did find out that she saw some, like, shenanigans happening while I was passed out and didn't tell me, then I'm gonna be very upset with Shinigami.
What do you do here, Shinigami?
What do you do here, Shinigami?
I'm an only cutie that can directly interact with the mystery labyrinth.
I mean, it seemed like I was pretty directly interacting with it a
Progress
second
you
ago.
in the mystery labyrinth and solving those mysteries here. It's all thanks to me.
I guess I was using tools that you threw up.
How are you able to do this?
I don't know what to tell you. I've always been able to do this, so I forgot how. More importantly, you got drugged and knocked out. You are so pitiful, Master. No wonder you're wandering around like a toddler.
Oh, she's not unhinged anymore? I love Shinigami John. Fire me. You're not gonna be fired. We're just, you know, we don't agree on that, and that's fine. Yeah, she is not as unhinged.
I thought I was dizzy because I've got this weird ghost thing haunting me.
She's still channeling all of the Spike Chun Softy Horny, and it's kicked up to 11, but she is less unhinged. She's not saying, like, oh, fucking human flambe every 2 seconds. Now it's just, like, every few minutes. It's better.
Making a pact with me won't make you dizzy. That just reduces your lifespan by a lot.
Oh, see? He was a trusty doofus even before then. Is this just...
You're kidding, right?
This whole thing is like a screensaver to pretend like I'm playing the game while it's doing a text dump. That's an interesting way to get through a text dump, I gotta say. She's unhinged in an unhinged place right now. Yeah, that's true. So it's
Right?
I keep forgetting to hit A.
Who do you think is the culprit, Master? Do you have any guesses?
If the drinks were drugs in the dining car, the culprit must have been on the train before anyone else.
Do you have any thoughts in your dumb head, Kokohead?
Oh, so then all you have to do is ask around and figure out what order everyone got on board. Oh, wait a minute. You can't, because they're all dead!
See, she's still a little unhinged. She hasn't completely changed. She's exactly what I hoped for. She's like, she had her slider turned down from like 100 to like 30.
You aren't taking this very seriously, are you?
+1 point for me. We're not keeping points yet.
This place. Whoa. The path is forked in two. Which way should I go?
This fork in the path is also a materialized mystery, so you should know which way to go if you solve it. First, let's clarify what mystery this is exactly.
Uh-huh. How do you do that?
Like this.
Oh, damn. It's time to die.
Huh?
It's time to die!
Blood! Blood!
Quit overreacting, Master. This is a mystery labyrinth. It's fine. Anyway, take a look. I used the blood of the Truth Seeker as a conduit to expose the mystery blocking the path.
Is the culprit one of the 6 on the train?
Is that a question?
That's the mystery standing in your way. You just need to pick the right path.
I mean,
and
all
carry
this is,
through.
it was a text dump followed by a yes or no quiz question, okay? In any other game, this would be the most boring fucking shit, the most weakest of sauce. But it is all presentation right now, so I'm gonna allow it. But in the back of my head, I'm impressed at how they were able to make such a boring mechanic
6 on the train.
better.
It must mean the 6 master detectives.
Murder is fine as long as it's in the mystery labyrinth.
Right?
That's what we're learning. And also, I mean, look, he's fine. He's still alive.
If I don't think the culprit is among the 6 on the train, then I should take the right path, which says no. But if I think the culprit is one of the 6 on board, I need to take the left path that says yes.
Noticing that you're not saying one of the 6 master detectives, it was the 6 on board.
Which is it?
Ebo's VA is knocking it out of the park. He sure is. Absolutely.
There's only one truth.
Okay. Answer the quiz question. Got it. I don't care what you have to say. We'll take the blue goo path.
So, you think the culprit is one of the 6 on the train, right?
Yep.
Right here!
So what happens now?
Let's go. Can I go through now?
Oh, you got it right? Not bad at all,
Ha-ha!
Master.
Damn right. I'm the greatest. Oh, it's you again.
Something happened. Why? Did I make the wrong choice?
It's trying to bury the truth again. Go get him, Master.
So instead of fighting like a variety of demons, I just fight the palace ruler over and over again. I mean, that's fine as long as there's different palace rulers for each labyrinth. Then I can deal with that. What I really hope... Ooh. Awesome.
Your deduction is wrong.
Which one?
Other than the 6 on the train.
Oh. The one I literally just made a choice about. That makes sense. Wait. Yeah, it's gotta be this one. Good job!
This is the truth.
Yeah! The UI is amazing. I love it to bits.
2 master detectives used their abilities to prove that only 6 people were on the train.
Unless the 5th car attached at the last second, like I thought.
If it was only one person, they could have been lying or an imposter. But 2 of them means there can be no mistake.
Wrong! Your reasoning is completely off.
Why, though?
What good does that testimony even do? Your accomplice just wasn't there when those 2 checked. But came aboard after that. So what if the windows don't open? While everyone doubt, you secretly stopped the train and let you
According to the log, the train did not stop once. It is extremely unlikely that someone boarded the train while it was in motion. Okay.
partner board.
Flash through this mystery.
Don't speak so soon.
The backup control room's operation log showed that the train never stopped. And the doors won't open unless the train stops. So it's impossible for someone to have gotten on during the trip.
I would like him to be a little bit more, like, enthusiastic in his victory moments, but otherwise, he's doing a good job. That's it?
Looks like you're getting the hang of this, Master. You've learned to ruthlessly cut down any who stand in your way.
You make it sound like I'm the bad guy here.
Oh, yeah. I'm sensing some purple ghost solidarity, and I'm Talisman. I'm gonna need you to cool it, okay? Just because I'm piloting the Kokohead mech, and you're soulbound to me, and Kokohead is soulbound to Shinigami, doesn't mean you can start siding with the other purple ghost, alright? Chill. Oh, right.
Wouldn't it reject my answers, even if they're right? Or maybe the questions themselves could be lies.
No chance. A mystery labyrinth has no self-will. It can't lie or create things not based on the real-world mystery.
Here you go again. No, not in the mystery dungeon. Damn it.
This place is a direct manifestation of a
Now you've
mystery.
scattered mystery
You can
dust all
always
over the
pass
place.
As long as you keep solving it. In that sense, the labyrinth is fair. It won't cheat you.
I see. That's a relief.
By the way, about the culprit being one of the 6 of you, how could the culprit commit the crime when all the other passengers besides you were dead?
Good question. TV World, let's go.
Another fork in the road.
This is how we reach the truth. It reflects how problems are really solved, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know if I've ever actually solved a mystery on my own. I don't remember it all.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know that, huh? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask when you first got in the chat. How's your... Nah, can't talk.
It doesn't matter.
Full of mystery
You just
dust.
need to solve the mystery
How's your day going,
for
Chai?
us.
You weepy today too? Yep. Yep, go on. Everyone was dead, so how did the culprit pull it off?
Say,
This time, yours truly is gonna help think it through. Just leave all the heavy lifting to your lovely mystery labyrinth guide.
Yeah.
I'm not tipping. Oh, really? You're just gonna give me the answer? What if I go in the wrong one, though?
oh, I got it. Master.
Yeah, I wanted to go in the wrong one too, Talisman, but it doesn't look like it's gonna let me.
Follow me.
Hey, wait!
Really? You're literally railroading me into this answer, okay? So exhausted is a pretty substantial,
Just plain dead.
really?
Because if they did commit suicide after the crime, they'd be dead right now. And that's no fun at all.
A pretty substantial, increase from the normal EP. I hope everything's okay.
That's your reasoning? Wait, what's this chain?
It's the thread of the plot dragging me by the nose to the next answer.
Told you we share mind and body. The chain is proof of that. Our relationship can never be broken apart.
That's terrible.
Please, you should consider yourself.
Wouldn't it be
lucky
funny if
you're
it
being haunted
railroaded
by
you
a
into the
kid
wrong
like
answer?
me?
I'm kind of wondering if it will, so that I can know what happens if I get the answer wrong. The camera angle makes the chain look kind of awkward.
I'm so tired. I pulled you up here, so you can walk the rest of the way yourself.
Chokes the Kokohead. Pokes the Chocohead.
I didn't ask you
Oh,
to do
God.
that.
In retrospect, I hope that wasn't a slur that I didn't know about. Oh, shit.
So you think this path will lead toward the truth, right?
No idea.
I'm outrunning her.
It's a labyrinth. It's pretty common
Can't
to
catch me,
encounter
bitch.
dead ends.
Is there...
Whoa, watch out!
Whoa. That one, like, broke. She did railroad me into the wrong answer.
You see? What did I tell you? Dead end.
Don't sound so proud of yourself. You chose this path, Shinigami.
Damn it.
Hmm.
Called
If
it,
it's a dead
Chai.
end, maybe the culprit wasn't just plain dead.
I searched all 5 bodies, and they were, without a doubt, dead.
Yes.
Oh, so the answer isn't play dead.
God damn it!
You changed your mind already?
Exploring all possibilities is an important part of beating a mystery labyrinth.
I mean, it's also part of keeping an open mind and being a good detective, I guess.
I'm so awesome.
But, man, at least teleport me back to the room. Thank you.
By the way, I did say I can guide you through the mystery labyrinth. But I'm not that good at solving mysteries.
You could have said that a little earlier.
I just want to help. I like when you rely on me, Master.
Anyway, what's going on in the real world while we're in the mystery labyrinth?
Time has stopped on the other side. We're sort of set apart from the normal flow of time while we're here. In other words, you're still surrounded by peacekeepers.
So if we return without solving the mystery, we'll just be captured.
So here's the thing. Here's what I'm wondering. And I'll just let them kind of glide/walk for a little while. Think about what they did. So if this were Persona, beating the palace would, in the mystery dimension, would then have an effect on the person in the real world. But here, all we're doing is we're just solving a mystery that we couldn't possibly solve without ghost tricks. So even if we do solve the mystery, all the guy has to do is pretend like we're making shit up, and we still get captured and probably killed, right? Like, we could exactly perfectly explain what happened in the, on the train, and then guy could still just, like, fucking shoot us and bury us in a shallow grave. So, I'm sure the game will have an explanation for us, but I'm curious to see what that'll be.
This murder case will remain unsolved and linger in people's memories as a serious crime. Naturally, this mystery labyrinth will also survive. And that creates an even bigger problem.
Why does... Never mind.
Which is?
Leaving a case unsolved means that it will go down in history that way.
Oh, okay.
more
I thought you meant like the
bizarre
palace
mystery is, the
continuing to
more it attracts
exist would cause
people's
problems.
interest. And the more people rack their brains about that mystery, the bigger the mystery labyrinth gets.
Oh.
Eventually, the mystery labyrinth would gain enough power to start affecting the real world. It would implant insidious ideas into people's minds, creating more murderers.
So wait,
and
does
in
the
turn,
World Detective
new mystery
Agency know
labyrinths.
that, and that's why there exists a worldwide, like, extra-legal detective agency to kill unsolved mysteries?
Labyrinths can create endless cycles. That's why it's best to cut it off as soon as possible.
So, there's probably other Shinigami, and they're probably working with
sounds
the
way more
elites in the
daunting than I
WDO,
thought.
or this Shinigami is two-timing us, which is equally possible. Objection! Nuh-uh! The fuck you mean, nuh-uh? Exactly. That is all of these monsters. Like, no! Nuh-uh!
We're finally back.
No, you! So basically, if you listen to Unsolved Cases, True Crime, you are part of the problem. Yeah, but it's not like you
The other
know.
route is commit suicide after the crime. There's no other option, so it has to be the right answer.
I get it. Let's go. Yeah, we're not talking to Shinigami. I know you've got a crush on her, Talisman, but listen.
Careful.
She only looks like she turned solid, okay? She doesn't even touch the ground.
But to commit suicide after the crime would mean... After killing the other 4, the culprit killed themselves, right? Is that really the right answer?
The mystery labyrinth's routes represent logical deduction. If there's only one route, then it's the only possibility. I think the only option left is the culprit off themselves. We just need to find that suicidal pest.
The fuck you mean, nuh-uh? Oh no, were there holes in the argument? No, it's just the next segment of the palace.
mystery materializing. You just need to solve it. Come on, Master! Concentrate!
At least now she's being unhinged in, like, vaguely helpful ways. It's better.
Concentrate! Concentrate!
Who was the last person to die during this incident? Have to be the culprit.
This way!
Shinigami.
If the culprit committed suicide after the crime, then the last person that died should be the culprit.
These are just recycled Danganronpa case, like,
Right,
puzzles,
because they wouldn't be able to
but
kill
like
someone
spit
else
shined
off
and
themselves
polished
already.
insanely.
Nice work.
Polished for a modern game engine.
Come on, let's try again.
Who set fire to the dead culprit? Victor. Okay, hold on. So basically, if you listen, my game messed up because it wasn't making minecart noises. Glad to know that wasn't normal for my copy. Oh yeah, that would suck. Yeah, we're dead.
Come on, let's try again.
Okay, so who set fire to the dead culprit? We didn't burn anyone, so the culprit themselves had to have done it.
Of course! The person who started the fires must be the culprit.
All 5 burned to death, so the culprit who died last totally burned themselves. Come on, let's try again.
Who was the last person to be burned to death? Aphex. At least that's what we think right now.
We're gonna crash!
Oh, fuck, no. That's right. We saw one of them burn. No, Chai, your catboy husband.
One burned the other 4.
It
then
wasn't
set himself
Aphex,
on
it was
fire.
Zilch. We saw him before and
Zilch.
after burning. Everyone else was already burned up.
Bingo! You did it, Master!
No.
But you know, setting aside the idea that the culprit was the last to die, why would it be Detective Four Eyes?
Because he didn't have any mice.
Didn't we discover his body first?
According to the Peacekeepers, the victims all burned to death, right? But when we first found Zilch in Car 1, he wasn't burnt yet.
So either he wasn't dead yet.
If that's the case, that means he must have burned to death after that. Although, everyone else we found after him had already died from burns.
Alright. So if they all burned to death, then the last one who died could be Detective Four Eyes.
I think the culprit killed everyone in the opposite order of how we found their corpses.
Oh. That would make sense if the body was on the 5th car that wasn't attached. The
Starting
theory
from
still
car
holds
5,
water. I'm
he
gonna
killed
beat
them
that
in
drum
order
until
one by one,
the last minute.
then set himself on fire in Car 1.
So Detective Four Eyes is without a doubt the culprit, but he committed suicide, huh?
He shanked himself and then lit shit on fire? I guess so. That's what we're being led to believe right now.
The door! Whoa!
And I liked Zilch too.
Worked?
I liked all of them, but I really liked Zilch.
See, I told you it would be fine. I'm such a terrific guide.
I did lose a chunk of health back there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was silly.
Is that the end of it?
I guess that's everything. Seems easier than I thought. What's wrong, Master?
I'm wondering if that's really all that happened. Something about this seems
Yeah, it seems insanely too easy.
It does? You think so?
Yeah, Talisman, I'm with you. Yep, time to die.
Ah! What's going on?
Are you out of blood? Did all of your cocoa leak out?
The conclusion? Is this the truth behind the case?
How did the blood spatter not hit the teeth?
There's only one door. No other options. Maybe this really is the end. Kind of a simple conclusion despite 5 people dying.
I'm just happy Yuma got such a good voice. It's literally perfect for him. Yeah, he's a pretty good voice actor.
Well,
I'm also glad that
I hope
Kibo
this was
got
a
more
helpful
work.
tutorial for you, Master.
It doesn't establish the motive, though. Yeah, I'm guessing that this is, like, we're gonna open the door and then, like, tumble Dick first into the real Mystery Palace, and then it's gonna heat up. We're gonna go through the motive, we're gonna go through the timeline, hopefully, and we also don't know how this ties back to Amaterasu.
Wait,
Or even if it ties back to Amaterasu, it might be something to do with the WDO.
mystery
don't know.
labyrinths contain all the mysteries of the real-world case,
Exactly.
in which means this
Oops.
could
Sorry,
be an
Kokohead.
attempt by the culprit to mislead us.
So, you don't think this is the truth? What makes you say that?
I'm not sure, but I have a feeling the case isn't closed yet.
If so, then this door could be a fake.
How can we tell?
I mean, only one way to tell.
If you think it's fake, why not try breaking it? It'll be bad news if you're wrong, though. And I won't tell you exactly what will happen. I don't want to affect your judgment.
Oh, will I die? Let's
You've
go.
already affected my judgment. I guess the only way to find out is to destroy it. How do I do that?
With the girl sword. Yeah, talisman.
So
We're obviously
that's
destroying it.
fake. It was the culprit trying to throw us off the trail.
That is an interesting, nice. That's an interesting mechanic.
You said it just quit while you were ahead.
It's rare for a fake exit to appear. This mystery labyrinth is way tougher than I thought. Master, don't let your guard down.
Make sure you drop your money before you drop dead. I promise I'll show mercy. to
Fucking
your
prick. You already said that in real life. Cut the crap and quit reusing lions. Let's just do this.
I wonder if Master can even make snap judgments.
Mystery phantoms sometimes throw out noise. These will obstruct your vision and get in the way, so use Kokohead's solution blade to cut them
Are
down.
you gonna remember all of this?
The more noise destroyed, the bigger the bonus you'll get later. So when it pops up in front of you, be aggressive and
You
attack.
got all that down.
The bonus for destroying noise is based on the max amount you destroy in one cycle. Basically, there's a cap on how much you can get. You know what? If nothing else, this asshole does know exactly what he's about, and he is very proud to show it.
The culprit must be Zilch.
Yep.
Reason is obvious. Zilch is the only one who could have done the crime.
Oh, wait. The knife stuck in Zilch's chest. It was deeply embedded and could certainly have caused a fatal wound. Melamie's corpse was discovered in Car 2. It was burnt to a crisp, but the face was still barely recognizable. I'm gonna, Zilch is the only one that could have committed the crime? But what about the crime knife? Alright. I mean, Melamie could have also done it and then killed herself. She was right by all of the booze that I guess had drugs in it. I'm gonna go with melamine because I think she was trying to poison me. Oh, did I fuck it?
Say,
An accomplice couldn't have boarded the train later, so that just leaves Zilch as the culprit, right? So he must have burned himself to death after killing everyone. That seems to fit the facts, but... Was the cause of death really fire? Keep wondering about that. Okay, so it is...
It must be Zilch! He's
I keep fucking that up.
in his office. Zilch is the only one who could have done the crime.
Wait, what? What's with that knife? Does it somehow disprove Zilch's involvement? After killing everybody, he stabbed himself with a knife, then set himself on fire. Really?
Right.
Yeah, that can't be right. Which means this solution key should go with that statement.
The culprit must be
Oh,
Zilch.
I didn't hit it in time. Okay.
Reason is obvious. Zilch is the only one who could have done the crime.
All right. There we... What? Why am I still being dinged for this?
That's right.
Oh, is it because I'm hitting the noise with it? What if I use Melami's corpse as a buffer?
Zilch is the only one who could
Then I switch,
have done the crime.
and I... Nope. Okay. By the way, Shinigami-chan laughs like kya 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 in Japanese. I mean, I'd kind of expect her to. Right? Okay, so listen to his whole statement.
The culprit must be Zilch.
Oops.
Reason is obvious. Zilch is the only one who could have done the crime.
So what if I dodge this?
He burned the four passed out victims. Then
Oh,
set
come on.
himself on fire. And died from immolation.
There we go. That's the one.
No. Now that I think about it, Zilch's suicide by fire doesn't make sense. Because when I saw Zilch through the window, there was a knife in his chest. If he burned himself, then why would there be a knife stuck there?
You little brat. Fine. I'll answer you.
Bloodstains on the interior lock and the coffee in the dining
Knife
room.
stuck in the body. Of course I know why.
Ah,
Yeah, it was to knock himself out. He stabbed himself so he would pass out easy. Then set himself on fire. Dying by fire is a painful way to go. He wanted to make it less painful. The culprit has to be Zilch.
I don't know.
He committed suicide by self-immolation.
Oh shit, those two. Little punk. So he stabbed himself with a knife because there was no other way to knock himself out?
That's true.
No, he wouldn't have had to go through all that because he could have knocked himself out with the booze. Also, there was drugged booze.
I was a knife stuck in the body. Of course I know why.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, it was to knock himself out.
Oh, you jebaited me with the noise. At least I'm not losing, like, chunks of health. I don't know if it'll stay that way.
Of course I know why. Yeah, it was wants to knock himself out.
Nope. Nope. Damn it. I fell for the exact same thing twice. Swank looks like someone you'd find in the mosh pit of an anime rave. Does that explain his weird hip thrusts? I think it does.
I was the knife stuck in the body.
All right, I'm gonna stop going for noise.
Yeah, he wants to knock himself out.
No, no, I hit the wrong button. Talisman, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. I'm just gonna switch it now. So even if I...
Stuck in the body. Of course I know why.
There we go, there's a
He
perfect
wants to knock
dodge.
himself out.
Ugh. There we go. And I got some noise along with it.
If his plan was to fall unconscious, he would have used the drugged coffee in the dining car. That's a much easier way to pass out.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Punishment time? It's punishment time? Oh, is it because I talked about his hip thrusts? Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. If I have to look at it, you have to think about it.
I see. So they're trying to mislead you about the cause of death for Detective Four Eyes.
Right.
Are we gonna
Peacekeeper
vindicate
said
the cat
all
boy?
The detectives burned to death. But Zilch's corpse in the first car is different.
Oh, it was for falling for the same trick 4 times. Yeah, no, I deserve
To
it.
me, it looked more like he was stabbed to death.
Put me on the motorcycle.
So the Peacekeeper's report was a lie? But they have no reason to do that.
No! But he didn't do anything wrong. Why was he punished for my crimes?
If they wanted to set you up as the culprit, they'd be raising questions by
I mean, he
fabricating
got better,
reports.
so it's fine.
Yeah, you're right. They all must have died by fire, after all. And for some reason, only Zilch appeared to have been stabbed to death. I get it. So that's what was bothering me.
I'm using Talisman as a hostage now. No, he's a good boy. He didn't do nothing. Look at him.
No matter how
Look
hard I
at
think
him.
about it, I can't seem to figure out what happened next.
Huh? Why's that?
I don't have enough clues about Zilch in the first car. I should have investigated it more after discovering the body, but I was too preoccupied with calling for help.
So we're stuck right here. I don't see any other routes to break through this mystery. I don't even know what mystery we gotta solve right now. But I do know there can't be a labyrinth without a goal. The truth is always behind a mystery. You wish you had investigated more, right? So, you think you'd have the answer if you'd done that?
I mean, probably not. I got a lot of DP on that train.
Huh? Yeah, maybe.
Oh, fine. My secret weapon is so draining, I try to avoid using it as much as possible.
Please don't make me reach into another one of your holes to retrieve a weapon.
But I just love it when you rely on me, Master.
Oh, she's gonna make me do it.
I have a bad feeling about this. What
No,
are you
no,
gonna
she's
do?
gonna punch me?
This is all for you, Master.
Let's go.
Ready, Master?
Huh? Wait!
Yes. Much better. Is it a paper? Did he punch a papercraft diorama out of my head? This is way better than thoughtography. I felt guilty about the coconut milk joke. Hey. No feeling guilty about jokes. Only I get to do that.
What's going
because I make the
on?
rules. Portrait.
I'm extracting your memory and materializing it inside the mystery labyrinth. This is my super cute special weapon. See, if you investigate here, you might make some new discoveries.
Oh, the shock from all this is making my head spin.
You don't have any time to waste, Master. This was pumped out of that slow brain of yours, so don't assume it'll stick around for long. You have until the pain in your head clears up. Now hurry and investigate.
Well, that means we have a few days, so no problem
Got
there.
it. I'll hurry.
Super cute, and it's just her clocking your shit. Yeah. I can finally... Chai, we're getting to investigate the cushion. Knew this was important.
This cushion, was it always there?
It can maybe comfort me in this time of pain. The entire thing, like, disintegrates and he dies.
Also, it looks like it has a hole in the middle of it. It was made by something sharp. What did this? Oh, so I can get solution keys here, too.
She gonna
You
throw
may
up
have
again?
Seen it, but forgotten. That just means you didn't think anything of it at the time.
No, I definitely thought something of it at the time. Don't gaslight me like
But
that.
it is in your memory, so you can use it as a clue.
You can do that? You're incredible, Shinigami.
No, I'm the throw. Can't interact with the cushion the first time. I completely overlooked the cushion the first time. I mean, it makes sense to have a cushion by a bed, so it's understandable. But I don't know. I just was like magnetized to it. And I'm kind of pissed that I couldn't look harder at it when I tried really hard to. Right, what else did I want to look at that it couldn't let me? This thing here that I still can't look at. Oh, I can look at the burned blanket now.
This blanket is mostly burned, but some parts
The
near the
knife
are unscathed.
isn't burned?
It doesn't look like there's blood on the blanket at all. But how could that be?
A burned blanket that was placed over the corpse. There is no blood on it. So the stab happened afterward. So whoever was going around burning people stabbed Aphex in the 5th car
Oh, it's
and then
fading.
burned everybody up. And that might have been seconds before, it might have been days before. I guess we'll find out.
I guess the pain is starting to go away too.
Looks like time's up. Well, did you find anything?
Yeah, I think I see the contradiction here.
Thank you, Talisman, for
Although I'm not completely
keeping track of my
sold on it.
uptime. I'm very sorry that I taught you a ghost trick not knowing that Twitch could already do that, but good job. Proud of you, buddy.
Come on, this is where you're supposed to declare, I've solved the mystery.
But we haven't solved the mystery yet.
Well, if
You're getting
on the right
ahead of
track,
yourself
then
again.
I guess we should do this next.
Do what?
It's for when you're stuck in your deductions. Remember what I said earlier? Every labyrinth has a goal. So even when you're stuck, there's always a way out.
Oh, for the play command, you have to follow it with a number 1 through 5.
And we're gonna find it by working together.
Working together?
Solidify.
Stop talking!
Lay it all out, Master!
Better, Dolphin.
I know you don't know what these sound effects are, but that one was pretty well timed. It's Danganronpa 2. Let's go. Oh, god damn it. Of course you're in a swimsuit.
We're gonna expose the truth together!
For fuck's sake. Yeah, I'm with you, Chai. Come on.
What?
The truth is hiding somewhere in the letters on the side of the barrel containing yours truly.
Ready?
Read the question, then knock out the letters in the right order. Make a mistake, and the time limit will be reduced.
The correct answer
If you can knock the letters out in the right order, I'll be imbued with the power of truth and unleash a special move that'll open up a path.
Master, it's time
By the
for
way,
solution.
if you feed me the solution keys floating around the barrel, I'll give you whatever hint comes to mind. Grab the key and... okay.
Don't you forget.
But there are some solution keys you can't get hints from. If I eat one of those, the time... How am I supposed to know which one's which? Okay, so I have a mouse cursor. The throw up, the return of the throw up. Okay. I guess that's how I get my keys back. So I grab a key with A, throw a solution blade with X, which is not the X that I think it is. It's the Y that I think it is. And I can zoom in and zoom out. Okay, great.
Are you ready to play the Shinigami?
Detective Zilch is, it's actually it's a red herring.
No plan.
Ha! Okay, so there is basically no latency on that. Oh, for fuck's sake! There puts holes in the barrel. Spike Chunsoft, calm down. God damn. Okay. All right. The laser eyes were a nice touch, I have to admit. Yeah, welcome to Shinigami Fan Service, the game. The game will definitely awaken something in someone, and that someone is Kokohead.
That's right. When I saw Zilch through the window, it appeared as if the knife was stuck in his chest. But in actuality, he stabbed the blanket-wrapped cushion to make it look like he had been stabbed. That's why the blanket didn't have blood on it, even though the cushion was stabbed through. Zilch's death was a red herring. It was meant to mislead us.
You look so happy that Zilch died. Oh, cool. Treasure. Anyway, let's have a poke about. I can't clip that right now. I'm opening a treasure chest. Ooh, I got a pillow. Does that mean that if I fall off the Tower of Babel that I can get an extra life?
It's a new solution key.
Oh,
If it
that's good
was
too.
a red herring, that means he wasn't really dead.
I can't clip that, but... but you can clip that with the button or Alt-X, I think.
Yeah, Zilch was faking his death to fool us. That knife was just to trick me into thinking he was dead when I looked through the window. But the Peacekeeper's report saying they all burned to death created a contradiction.
So the culprit was just plain dead. It's exactly what I said.
In a roundabout way, yes.
Which means that
Does
dead
that count as another JoJo
could have
reference?
a new path
For the
now.
counter.
Let's hurry back.
Okay. Oh, wait, can I save? Nice. Breathing is a JoJo reference only if you do it right. We're back on the minecart? Or the track? Can I go grab the minecart? Can you get your ass out of my face, lady?
What's wrong?
It's too much of a hassle to go all the way back there. I don't want to walk anymore.
Some guy you are. Besides, you're not even walking.
I despise effort and hard work. I want to head back the easy way. Oh, I know! I have a convenient transportation method, thanks to my
Let me guess,
awesomeness.
she's gonna kill me.
It lets us go anywhere you've been before. Now is the perfect time to use it.
I'm guessing you're gonna kill me. What's convenient? Zoom or... yeah, go ahead and evac me out of here.
A mysterious force is blocking you from casting this spell.
What the?
That spell will let you escape from within a labyrinth, but you can't use it inside the mystery labyrinth. Anyway, time to pick again.
Sure.
What is the point of this choice?
See? Super easy.
Yeah, sure.
Use the escape rope, Yuma? Yeah.
But unfortunately, using it does drain a little bit.
Drain a little bit of what? Do you have pee or something?
Your lifespan.
Oh, even better.
My lifespan? Again?
So we passed through how
I mean,
the culprit
if you
pull
think
off
about it
junction and have taken the
holistically,
play dead turn
walking
down.
all the way back and climbing up would have also drained your lifespan, right? And it
Now that we
also
have a
would have
new
sucked.
solution key,
So,
I'm sure
depending
we
on
can
how
solve
much
this
of your
mystery
lifespan it
access
drained,
with
it
the
might not have been a bad deal.
Let's give it a try.
Solution keys are important to solving mysteries. We're gonna expose the truth together.
Proves the culprit played dead. And
You definitely want to remember this.
cushion with the hole. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, of these... Of these, it's got to be the red herring. I mean, that's the one we got, right? Doesn't really make sense, but I'll take it.
Zilch was trying to trick us into thinking he'd killed himself.
Why would Zilch want us to think that, though? We still haven't gotten to the motive yet.
A bridge!
See, didn't I say the path would appear? It's all because we found the right deductive
Wait, so...
clue to break through.
No, I don't think Catboy is still alive, unfortunately. Unless that was a different body. Which, if someone snuck over through the 5th car reattaching, it's possible. So, I'm not going to definitively say no, your husband is dead, ma'am. But what I'm saying is there's a pretty good chance that Catboy is dead.
I'm so amazing. You can pat me on the head if you want, Master.
No thanks, let's go.
Well, maybe later.
I'll take it. Oh, okay.
We opened the play dead route thanks to the corpse red herring solution key. So Zilch really faked his death to mislead us.
Cows? Alright.
If so, he is absolutely the culprit. Now, we just need to prove it.
But even if the mystery labyrinth is fair when it comes to solving mysteries, the real world will be different, right? What if Amaterasu Corp decides to protect the culprit, even if we prove who really did it?
Oh, you're worried they'll just cover it up? No need to worry about that.
Huh? Why's that?
Let's save the fun for later.
Oh, the ground! It's falling apart!
Oh, time for another minecart segment. Let's do it.
Master!
You said something about the cows. What
Why?
cows, sorry?
Wasn't this the right route?
Maybe the logic still has some holes in it.
I get it.
Oh!
Oh, is it time to jump to conclusions? Dead. Was what Yuma saw through the window actually zilch? No. Oh, damn it. Alright, so he is dead. Unless... Was what Yuma saw through the window actually zilch? Yes. That doesn't mean that the corpse was zilch, because we walked away to get the fire extinguisher key.
When I saw Zilch through the window, he was faking his death with the knife to the cushion. That was definitely the real Zilch.
Was the burnt corpse in car 1 actually zilch? No. Because he was faking his death, right? Huh?
The corpse I investigated was real, it just wasn't Zilch's corpse.
Why are the bridge tiles body parts? Because it's unsettling.
In other words, Zilch swapped himself out for a real corpse.
Zilch swapped places with the corpse in the infirmary. Before Yuma entered. Would have had to. Because we didn't leave before looking at the body.
The corpse was switched right before I broke the infirmary window to open the lock.
Yeah, with the fire extinguisher key.
The blazing fire had filled the room
No,
with smoke,
no,
so
I didn't fall that
making out
time.
through the
Doesn't
windows.
count. Nope. Reject.
Zilch used that smoke as cover to switch himself with a dead body.
Good try, though. Good hustle.
I get it. The fire.
I
wasn't
expected
only
you
there
to fall.
shut you
Yeah,
down
I
from
knew you. I
burning.
knew it.
It was also a
I
smoke
expected me
screen
to fall too,
swap out
kind
the
of.
corpse.
Right. In the smoke, he switched places with a corpse he had hit.
Where did he get the corpse? There we go. Persona 4, let's go. Reach out to the truth, and I don't know the words to the rest of this dumb song. Do 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 do. Man, I sing way more on stream than I ever expected to. Which was 0.
Next up, you need to deduce where the corpse was hidden.
Because the room was filled with smoke, he needed to put the body somewhere he could access immediately.
Where
Under
are
the
you
bed.
thinking?
Next to his porno mags.
If he needed to get to the body as quickly as
And
possible,
love letters from
only
me.
one place makes sense.
Trick time!
What place is suspicious?
Use the on-screen cursor to select the spot that answers the question. Where was the burned, swapped-out corpse hidden? Where was the burnt, swapped-out corpse hidden?
Better search every nook and cranny.
You can pick spots where the icon changes.
Master doesn't make mistakes. Right? Right? Right?
So under the bed, hopefully, is what that... Sure.
Here. That's it! The burnt corpse was hidden right there. Hey!
Oh no. Not the cues. No, no. Oh, they just took me out of the TV world. Okay.
Jeez, one after another. This is really bad for my heart.
We're not done yet. Hurry! Let's speed it up!
Yes,
Shinigami,
please.
You might be fine because you're floating around, but this is really tough for me.
Don't care. Get moving, Kokohead.
I can't believe it. You had the corpse hidden under the blanket? So, that four-eyed detective was sleeping next to a dead body. I'm so jealous!
Okay. Reel
I'm
it back.
gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Agreed. Ooh,
Zilch was lying in bed.
We're
with
getting
the corpse.
CSI up in this
He
bitch.
got up once the smoke screen was ready. He took the corpse out from under the blanket, pulled the knife out of the cushion, and stabbed it. That way, even after he switched with the corpse, he could just hide to avoid me.
And I'm so stupid
Where did
that it
Detective
worked.
Four Eyes hide after that?
It must have been someplace with easy access, which must mean...
Under the bed. Another
Under the
place I
bed.
couldn't
He
look,
could've
even though I
quickly hid
wanted
there.
to.
Which means if you checked under the bed at the time,
Kokohead
you would
feels
have
like
caught
a
that
slur
four-eyed
now.
idiot.
Yeah, but it's a slur directly referring to people that are this character specifically. So I feel like it's
Back
okay.
then,
And she just
I
called him a
was in such
four-eyed
hurry to
idiot.
warn the other master detectives. I'm sure he calculated all that too. He knew I'd panic.
Rigged.
Maybe he was planning to take advantage of you from the very beginning, and that's why he let you live.
Yeah, I think Zilch was the one who peeked into the restroom while I was sleeping there.
I mean, he must have been, right? Everyone
I
else was
supposed to
drugged
be
and or
sleeping
being
in the
killed.
infirmary, so he must have planned to move me before committing the crimes.
Thank you for your contribution, Talisman.
I passed out in the restroom, but that didn't hinder his plans, so he went with it.
Speaking of which, wasn't it Detective Four Eyes who told you to go to the first car?
Was it?
Yeah, he must have planned to make me witness everything and set me up as the culprit.
Aha! I think I'm starting to see the whole picture now. Not bad, Master.
Chai, what was it you said
Maybe
yesterday?
you were a big
It's
shot
always the
detective
hot
before you
ones?
lost your memories.
No, if I really was a great detective, I would have caught the culprit in the infirmary before any of this happened.
I guess so. By the way, where did he get the corpse he was hiding in the blanket?
Amazon.
That corpse? Well, Ah! Again!
I won't let you go any further.
Getting in our way again, huh? If you stand against my ruthless master, he'll chop you up and stir-fry you with veggies for dinner.
I will not!
Such a weenie. Great. Bleh.
Master, I'm lending you a hand from here on out. I'll assist you when you're in a pinch.
Such a goddamn Kokohead. Hey. Whoa. We don't use words like that. Here.
Huh? Assist?
It's the rule of the Mystery Labyrinth to assist whoever you're accompanying. Now let's go, Master. Looks like you might not need assist after
By
all,
using assist your
Master.
partner inside the mystery labyrinth. Why do you phrase it like that? It's always gonna be Shinigami, won't it?
This could be the clincher.
Or are there gonna be times where it's not Shinigami? When a partner's assist is activated, a mystery phantom statement won't inflict any damage, so use it to take a closer look at whatever they're saying. Okay.
I won't let you pass.
Damn it!
Enough of your nonsense. You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be
Oh.
the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been down at the station.
Ah, damn, those jumps.
There was no corpse to replace anyway.
There we go. Aggressive Ahega. Or Ahoge. Anyway.
There's no need to bring an extra the
Yeah,
corpse
look how
was for.
spiky he is now.
He just needed to reuse a dead body on the train. It's Aphex's body from the 5th car. He and Zilch are nearly the same height, and both have stab wounds in their chests. So the corpse that was switched was Aphex's.
Damn it! How could someone like you find the truth?
How do you close your mouth with your tongue sticking out? That's the real mystery right now. Boom killed. Ooh.
He looks completely obliterated.
Now we don't have to fight anymore.
Even if that's true, don't let your guard down. The mystery labyrinth isn't over yet. Stay alert until the very end.
All right.
Yeah, when I say the BK word, it has to be painfully, like, manually wrung out of my throat. But, I mean, that is what happened. You all saw it.
Wow. Who would have thought that short-tempered idiot would be used for a body swap?
Body swap!
Thinking back, the reason the corpses in the 1st and 5th cars were burned was to switch them out. But the corpse was so badly burned that I couldn't tell it was Aphex. That must be what the necklace was for, so I could identify him.
Same with the glasses, right?
Well, reusing a corpse is rather environmentally friendly of the
God damn
culprit,
it.
don't you think? He totally went green. I mean, we gotta recycle everything in our day and age, so you gotta get the most value out of corpses too, you know?
PK, have it your way. Like a large boom kill with a side of fries. The whole train is the ooh.
Zilch?
Oh shit.
Wait, I am not the culprit.
No, you can't. You can't do this to me. No, my fragile emotions.
I am a victim who was already killed.
Please don't do this to me. No. No, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to. No. Okay.
So, leave me alone!
No, Catboy.
Hey, he ran away! After him, Master!
Yeah.
You said the body in the 1st car's infirmary wasn't me,
Oh,
but
shit.
Aphex? But you went to car 5 after car 1 and discovered his corpse there.
Oh, I have to jump over shit. Okay.
How is
Nope,
the corpse
I do not jump over
transported from car 1 to car 5? That'd require moving past you.
That's right. If he slipped past us, when did that happen?
Am I supposed to be doing something? Solidify. Thank you, I needed that. Oh, is it time to die again? But there's nothing to splatter my blood onto. When moving the body from car 1 to car 2, the culprit either moved through the train or did not move through the train.
Another mystery that needs to be solved.
I mean, we've established that you can't open the windows. When moving from car 1 to car 5. They did not move through the train because car 5 was disconnected. But I'm not supposed to know that yet. Let's try it anyway. Gotta go with my gut.
If he'd gone outside the train instead of through it, he could have passed us.
No, that's impossible.
Don't stop!
Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
Sorry, I'm guessing in Japanese this is the Muda 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 thing.
Impossible. 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 Impossible.
Oh no! They fused.
Ah! Zilch turned into a mystery phantom!
Get him, Master! Boom, kill him until there's only a sorry slab of flesh left!
He doesn't have flesh, he's a phantom! Damn it. I gotta say, he looks really good. In Japanese, he says a word that sounds like a howl ending in... It kind of sounds like a howl ending in O. Okay. Oh fuck, see a boss fight?
If they didn't pass through the train, you think a corpse was brought in from outside? The windows are all locked shut.
What? I don't even know what keys I have. There was a blackout and there was shaking. And cushion with a hole. I think blackout and shaking is gonna be our guy.
The door's locked when the train is moving. We know the train never stopped once. If the windows and doors are shut, there's no way to get out while the train is moving. No issues occurred during the train's operation.
Well, we know that's not true. I didn't expect to be fighting a furry. He's a phantom furry. That's double points.
No, there was something.
Is that a little
strange.
tuft of chest hair?
The blackout and shaking that happened when I was in car 2 and car 4.
Nope, never mind, that's a necklace.
When the blackout occurred and the shaking started, I'm certain something else happened in the train. Maybe it has something to do with the mystery of the moving corpse.
Don't be stupid. So what if there was a little blackout and some gentle swaying?
And so what if I killed that guy and then moved the body? Why are you being so weird about it? He has claws on his shoes.
Forget the shaking and the blackout. They were nothing but coincidences. The blackout was just a bad contact.
Backup control system status is operating. Is it possible some kind of malfunction? Yes, but that doesn't mean it was a bad contact.
The shaking was the tunnel air pressure. There's nothing odd about that. It's all just a coincidence. It's impossible to include that in a criminal plot.
Come on.
No.
Forget the shaking and the blackout.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
They were nothing but coincidences. The blackout was just a bad contact.
There we go.
This mystery.
That's it? Just the two?
No, the blackout didn't occur because of a connection failure. It was due to the main control system failing and switching to the backup control system.
There he is, crawling in again. The control automatically changes... I'm sorry. The control system automatically manages the electricity within the train. When the main control system fails, it will switch to the backup control system after 1 second.
The blackout occurred during that 1 second when the system switched over.
Damn. Got train killed again.
Hey, he ran away. A fleeing phantom is a bad phantom.
Is there such a thing as a good phantom?
She's gonna say her.
You gotta keep
Oh, no,
solving
never
the
mind.
mystery and boom, kill that mystery phantom.
Hey!
Here's a Kokohead in its natural environment, burrowing into electronics to hibernate for the winter. Sorry, I didn't do the voice until the very end, but that's all you're gonna get.
Master, you may know the cause of the blackout, but what does that have to do with how the corpse was moved?
The failed main control system was in Car 1, where the body swap occurred.
Body swap!
So, then the main control system's failure must have something to do with moving the corpse.
So maybe the culprit broke the main control system. He must have attempted to stop the train to bring in the corpse from the outside.
Yeah.
But the train never stopped. The operation log confirms the train was moving the entire time. So I don't think he broke the system to bring the corpse in.
Then why did the main control system fail?
It must have something to do with moving the body.
But you're unsure exactly how, huh? In that case,
Hey! Oh. Thanks, I guess.
I knew it! A mystery is blocking you! Anything blocking you in here is also a mystery. So let's solve it to keep on going.
No!
So this is the question we're facing right now.
The main control system was lost when Car 1 was...
The main control system must have failed because something
That's
happened
on-
in the
that's-
first car.
fewer letters than disconnected.
If that's true, what exactly happened?
Broken. Poor boy's going to be so traumatized after this. No, worse. He's going to become disillusioned to fatal bodily harm, and then he's going to live the rest of his life just constantly
If it's
hurting
related to
himself.
the body being moved, then how?
Or, I
Master's
mean,
expression is so serious. He must
we
be
don't know how much
hard.
lifespan he has left, so it might not be an issue.
Well, as his mentor, I better think hard too. The main control system failing, the blackout, the train shaking. Oh yeah, why did the train shake like that?
Because we lost a
Was
car.
Blackout right before entering the
Or
tunnel.
gained a car.
That was
or
caused
something.
by the main control system failing.
Or we were shot with a rocket launcher. Who knows?
But the culprit didn't destroy it, so the blackout happened because,
Just don't get in the barrel, please.
wasn't there some shaking right before the blackout too? After the whole train shook, the blackout...
I mean, this is a silly portrait, but I appreciate that they gave her a similar portrait to her ghost form.
I don't get it.
Talisman, should I make you into an anime girl? Have you been an anime girl this whole time?
That's right.
You need to tell me.
train
That's the
shook
law.
Right before the blackout. We still don't know what caused that to happen.
All right, never mind. He's focusing real hard on these subtitles. Good man.
Whatever it was strong enough to make the entire train shake. It caused the main
A+
control
voice
system
actor,
to
she
fail
actually sounds like she's
and
struggling to
resulted in
think.
a blackout.
Yeah, you know what? Say what you will about the character. The VA is doing amazing.
If it had something to do with moving a body, then what must have happened was...
Although the whoever animated that pose could have maybe paid attention to her finger clipping into her cheek. Just a thought.
Ooh, did I I give you the assistance you needed? Close to solving the case now? Then it's time to combine our powers and solve this thing! Let's go, Master! Lay it all out!
No, not the barrel! No, not the barrel again! Stop it! Stop it with the barrel!
Are you ready to play the Shinigami puzzle?
I wonder if people will play this barrel mini game with like eye trackers active. I think that would be funny. Main control system was lost when car 1 was EET. ED is one letter? So then T. ED is one letter?
Go, go, go!
There was a cooldown, I couldn't hit it.
That's right! Great!
Okay. Main control system was... I forgot about the laser eyes. Okay. Boom.
Could it be that the first car was separated from the train?
I don't need to feed her keys. I know the answer.
Huh? Separated? What?
Because I used my brain.
Seriously?
Yeah. The reason why the
Oh,
main
but I might get it
control
wrong,
system
and that would be
failed was
funny.
because
So yeah, no.
the first
If
car
there's a
was
next
cut
time
off
with
from
the
rest of train
the
we were
terrible
riding
barrel,
in.
I will feed her key.
Let's keep going for now. Master, I don't really get it. What do you mean the first car was cut off?
The shaking happened just before the blackout, right? Huh? Did it just shake? What was that? The lights went out for a moment and came back on.
Yep.
At that time, the first car was disconnected from the rest of the Amaterasu Express.
Because there's control rooms on both sides. And it's running
result, the
autonomously,
main
so it
control
doesn't
system
need a
failed,
control system.
And after a brief blackout,
Probably.
it switched to the backup.
But why cut off the first car? Why go through all that trouble?
So we still have 5 cars when we get to the end. Or so the killer could make an escape. Catboy's
To move the
alive!
body in the train car. To do that,
Wait, a core memory unlocked. Wasn't there an oatmeal with candy keys in it with unlocked treasure? Oatmeal with candy keys in it that unlocked? I don't know. Whenever we got oatmeal as a kid, I just got like the multi packs of like the store brand one. We never got like the dino eggs or any of the fancy ones. So unless the keys were tiny freeze dried apples, then I don't. Oh, total Kokohead.
There it is again! It's bigger than ever!
how much longer will this keep happening? I feel like I'm going to suffocate.
Now's not the time to be suffocating!
Okay. Oh!
Again?
I mean, quit your whining. It's not actually cutting you. But it is your actual blood leaking out, so
We need
that's
to
kind of
resolve the
weird, huh?
mystery at hand.
Given that the first car was cut off, so that the body would be moved, may you rest in peace. Oh, right. I think I see what happened.
Seems like you got it. Let's do this!
You want to Google it? Yeah, please do. I'm very curious. I don't doubt you. I'm not helpful in unlocking this core memory. Not the barrel! No! Damn it! Alright. Let's feed her keys. Pretty sure Poochie's corpse has nothing to do with it. Here, nom the key. Damn it. Body was transported along with the entire car.
That's right. Go, go, go.
Oh! Okay, so this moment where the heart beam destroys the rock reminds me of Catherine. But that's just because it's heart lasers.
That's right. He transported
blood.
the corpse using the entire first car. That's why the first car was disconnected.
Transported the corpse? With the entire car? Nonsense.
Whoa. Very cool. So he's been the Mystery Phantom the entire time and has just gone through various forms.
Apex's corpse was in the 5th car, in the back. Even if you detach the front car, how do you move it all the way to the rear?
There was a loop. We saw it on the map.
Master, don't be scared. Lots of villains transform after they've been cornered.
Calm down. Stay calm. Think.
Hurry.
How could you swap the position of the 1st and 5th cars?
With the loop in the track.
If I can answer that, I can solve this mystery once and for all. How did it happen?
That reminds me. Master, earlier when you were talking about the shaking and mentioned the blackout? Blackout only happened once, but the shaking happened twice.
Yeah, it definitely shook 2 separate times. Right before entering the tunnel, and right after leaving it.
Fun fact, I also missed the track loop until this segment.
The first
I
time
mean,
was
you
when the
weren't
train
really
car was
supposed to be
disconnected.
paying attention to it.
But what about the second? Something
I
happened
don't
to
know.
the train then, too.
I have a bad
The
habit of
shaking at the
latching
end
on to
of the tunnel
details that I'm
felt
not supposed
similar
to,
to when
and
Car 1
in
disconnected.
very specific circumstances, such as playing visual novels, it tends to pan out in weird ways.
There's no point thinking about it. You're stuck in this labyrinth for all eternity.
Master!
So I'm trapped here with you?
You've gotta solve the
Oh,
mystery and
no.
defeat him.
What a terrible torture as hell.
Your deductions aren't worth a damn thing. Because they're all wrong from the very beginning.
I would have liked it if more of the 5 survived. But if it's just him, even if it's a big stinky bird murderer, then I'll take it. He looks like Yosuke's persona. Route map. Route map.
Twice.
Route map.
It's near the tunnel. What of it? You mean the train car was separated and reconnected? Why would that even matter? Even if you managed to separate car 1, how could it be moved to the rear? The train was always running on the same tracks. There's no way to shuffle the train cars around.
Boom.
The truth.
Objection. There's a loop in the tracks.
No. At that time, not all the cars were moving on the same track. The track that the Amaterasu Express was on. separated into double tracks right before entering the tunnel. So by taking advantage of the double tracks, it's possible to switch out the train cars.
I wonder if the other inflammatory statement about it was always running on the same tracks, I wonder if that would have also worked. This game is surprisingly merciful with the actual like deductive part, which is the most obnoxious part of these kind of visual novels. So well done.
The first time the train
they have
switches
honed
before
this
entering the
form
tunnel,
to like
this
a
is caught
fine
by car
point.
1 separated.
Now if they can just stop being so goddamn horny while doing it.
After that, the separated car 1 entered the other track, while the rest of the train proceeded on the main track. The two tracks rejoin after the tunnel. That's where car 1 connected to
This
the end
whole
of the
first
train.
8 to 9 hours are the goddamn tutorial.
This is when
Oh,
the
so
train
they really
showed for
did
the
make a
second
Persona
time.
game.
You're right! First car moved all the way to the back!
So does that mean that we could have noticed right away that there was a problem like that by looking at the map? Because the map said very specifically what each car was, and I was too stupid to notice that they were all offset by one car. Well, he's dead.
Normally, it's impossible for a single train car to function on its own, but the Amaterasu Express is special. The control system will supply electricity as programmed and drive the train. But all train cars on the train have motors that run autonomously.
Yep. Here we see wild Kokohead in his natural habitat. Alright, see, I did it. I did that.
If each train car can operate autonomously, then car 1 can function on its own. Doesn't that solve everything? It's time you gave up.
No! That's crazy!
Huh? What?
That's a good reaction clip. Out of context. Boom! No, that's crazy!
Using your method to rearrange the train cars would connect the first
Oh,
car
the little
to the end, which would leave it behind the 5th car. In other words, it becomes the 6th car, but that doesn't exist. So, you're telling me you found Aphex's corpse in the non-existent 6th car?
Oh, you're right.
Do you get it? You're the one who's wrong.
But the power went out a
Everything
second
you
time. The
produced
5th car
is
detached and stayed in the
wrong.
tunnel.
No, I'm not wrong. The truth lies just ahead of us. I will prove it to you.
Not the barrel! Leave your fan service barrel at home! Stop it! I'm begging you!
Are you ready to play the Shinigami puzzle?
From the start, the Amaterasu Express was a 5-car train.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Got 2 minutes. Shit! Wait. It was a 4-car train where one of them was used twice.
That's right.
You know, when they first did this minigame, I wondered why a barrel? That doesn't make sense. And now I hate that barrel. I hate that barrel so much. Even though, outside of the aesthetics of it and the fan service,
Maybe
it's a
the
very
Amaterasu
well-crafted
Express doesn't
minigame.
have 5 cars.
God damn it,
What if there
the
were
barrel.
only 4 cars to begin with?
And it's all the same damn beach. It's not your fault there's so much barrel. It's okay. It's funny. Don't get me wrong. But
If
god
that's the
damn it,
case,
why?
then to me, car 1 could be made to look like car 5.
Huh? So there weren't 5 cars the whole time, but instead 4?
That's why Melanie said the 5th car's door was broken while we were in transit.
Because there wasn't a 5th car attached.
But you can
I was
access
close.
the 5th car, the one at the end. The door appears to be broken and won't open. So it wasn't broken. The fourth car was actually the farthest one back from the get-go?
I'm sure the real fifth car was left behind at the station when we departed. So the train took off with only 4 cars.
I also miss Miss Goldenmine.
There was another car 1 at our destination. If we connected upon arrival, then the train would have 5 cars again. So the car 1 where I was knocked out became the 5th car at the end of the line. And when I was questioned by the peacekeepers, the car 1 there was another car prepared at the station specifically for this plot.
The real car 1 was waiting at the station's platform, then all the peacekeepers there would have noticed it.
Which means they're in on it. Can you believe it? No
Well,
way!
it would seem that the peacekeepers themselves were the ones who prepared the other car 1. If there was another car 1, then there would be something that sets it apart from the original car 1.
Hey, by the way, I hate to interrupt this fucking banging scene with like technical questions, but how is the audio right now? I didn't test it with this accelerated music.
For example, the way the window glass was broken in the infirmary will be
Wow, a
different from
society
how
ruled
I
by
broke
pure
it.
capitalism is corrupt? No, no shot.
You mean when you used the fire extinguisher to smash the infirmary's window?
Oh.
So they knew you would do that? That's how they were able to imitate it in the new car 1?
I think I was set up to reach for that fire extinguisher.
That's true. It was knocked out kind of suspiciously.
The fire extinguisher was left in a conspicuous
I even
spot
asked
in the
about that
hallway.
when we were playing through it.
They wanted me to
God
use it to
damn
break
it.
the window. And that's how they pulled off swapping the first and 5th cars while in transit. It was all a trap to set me up as the culprit. Isn't that right? Zilch?
Well, he's dead.
All
I
right,
mean,
we're almost there.
Oops.
Let's catch this
is that
culprit.
insensitive? I don't know. Audio is great. Okay.
That was a pretty solid deduction. Very impressive. Of me for seeing your potential.
God damn it.
It's so
Again.
strange. It doesn't feel like I'm learning this stuff, more like I'm remembering it. Maybe I was even a
It feels
high-ranking
like I'm
detective in
remembering
the
how to play a
WDR.
Danganronpa game instead of learning how to for the first time.
Right.
That reminds me, like... never mind. I'll tell you another time. Or actually, I won't, because it's only relevant now, and it's not even a good story.
Everything feels different here.
This
Third
is just
stage.
the calm before the storm. Be careful. You don't know what's gonna happen next. You know, making the first car look like the 5th was a really big trick to pull off.
Yeah, that was impressive.
I'm surprised the train cars could disconnect and reconnect so smoothly.
I mean, they didn't. There was a big
The
shake.
train's automatic operating system must have had it programmed before we departed.
Even the trick with the swapping train car?
Probably. It had to have been done automatically.
Well, it'd be easy for Amaterasu. They own the train.
Yeah, but, like, the train would
That's
also have been...
what
The
I'm worried
detached
about.
car would have been needed to move at about
Even
the
if I
same
obtain the
speed,
truth
otherwise
here,
they would have just
won't they
crashed.
just ignore what I say and arrest me anyway?
I keep telling you not to worry about it. As long as you have the truth, the culprit can't escape.
Wouldn't it be funny if
so
just, like, we
sure
get
of
out of the palace and she just shoots him with a completely, like, mundane, regular gun? Not her eye lasers, nothing.
What is this?
Looks like a fort to me. With this kind of protection, I bet the truth is in there for sure. You just have to destroy it.
It's a good thing we're in this fort during the day, because otherwise...
So the truth is
Oh, sorry to cut you off.
You can't have the truth.
Can I handle the
It's
truth?
impossible to destroy this fortress. Just give up, and and leave!
I mean, he said to give up and leave. He said it's impossible. So, I guess we just go. Ah. Fuck you, Bird Zilch. I want Cat Zilch back.
Whenever a culprit takes a last stand like this, you know we're just a step away from unriddling this labyrinth. Master, time to show him how dangerous you really are. After all, he's trying to set you up.
Oh, he's fine. Okay. About her being solid.
I'm not worried about that right now. We're so close to the truth. We gotta do this.
It's boom kill time!
You know what? It is boom kill time. Let's go. Oh, fuck. Well, we're dead. Oh, no. Never mind, we're Skyward Sword. Oh, man, she's gonna cut my head off so many times. What the fuck? Lady! That's not what I meant to screenshot. Alright, that's fine. This is fine. Let's pilot the girl mech to victory. God, okay. Isn't God... To overcome the last stand of a phantom, tear through all obstacles with the mega-sized God Great Onset Destroyer. Me! I was gonna say, how is God Shinigami not an oxymoron? But that's because God is an abbreviation, so it's fine. G-O-D Shinigami. Speaking of opening stuff in people, yeah, for sure.
Let's do this, Master!
Okay. Kick, tackle, jump. Blast away the gigantic iron balls released from a phantom's fortress with a corresponding kick. When an obstacle closes in, whatever, we kick it.
What?
I won't let you have the truth.
Oh, shit, wrong button.
I see.
Destroy huge walls with a tackle. Okay.
Rack it to death!
Blech.
Go away! Give up and scram!
I see.
Jump to avoid the thorns that suddenly appear from the ground.
Easy peasy. Watch out.
Okay.
Your deduction is wrong!
Which one was that? That was jump. Okay.
Go away! Don't come near me! Don't come any closer! Stop it! Switching the first and fifth card is just your imagination! It's a completely baseless lie! There's no evidence they ever swapped!
Uh-oh. Destroy the wall with a solution key.
Check, check.
There are obstacles that even God me can't destroy without a solution key.
Hurry up at the side.
Open up the solution key window, pick a key that contradicts. I wonder which one it is.
Use the solution key to smash through the wall, Master.
The distorted plate, or the things that don't make sense.
You're wrong! Huh? Come on! No, there are traces of a swap. The warped plate from Car 5.
This is absurd.
The reason that plate was burned
Look at her
so
go!
thoroughly is because originally it said Car 1. Left as it was, it would have messed up your plot to make Car 1 look like Car 5. That's why you made extra sure it was burned beyond recognition.
Here I go.
That's nonsense! I burned the plate to disguise it?
All I want to do
I did
is solve mysteries with a giant woman. Fuck it. I could have figured that out, but... Ah!
Go away! Get away from me! Wait! Get away! It just happened to be easily burned. But with it burned, you have no way of knowing what number car it was. So there's nothing backing up your deduction. You have no hard evidence proving that location was the first car.
Looks like we need another solution key to boom kill him.
The bloodstains in the interior lock? Gotta be that one, but the infirmary in car 5 was locked from the inside. There was a small amount of blood splattered on the interior lock. How? Oh, because you were handling a corpse. Wait. Locked from the inside. No, that doesn't make sense. Although we haven't used that yet. The victims all burned to death according to the Peacekeeper report. It's gotta be this one. This is the only one even, like, aesthetically close. Whatever.
There is proof.
Just send it.
The bloodstain on the inner lock of the infirmary in car 5.
The culprit probably didn't notice it.
But I remember. It's my blood.
How were you bleeding?
What?
When I was trying to get into the infirmary in car 1, I
Oh.
cut my finger on the glass. When I reached through to unlock the latch, I must have gotten blood on it. But that bloodstain would have been hidden while the inner lock was open. That's probably why the culprit missed it. My blood, which was left behind in car 1, was found in car 5. This proves that someone pulled off the car switching trick.
This is the truth of the case.
This is not the best time for me to be a screenshot tourist, I'm sorry. But I can't help it. Sorry, Talisman, I've let you down.
I'm not done yet!
What? He's still going? Let us boom kill you already!
If car 1 became car 5, then where did the culprit supposedly hiding in the infirmary go? You had to have checked the 5th car, but the culprit wasn't there.
He left when the Peacekeepers came in.
The culprit must have been hiding somewhere in the 5th car, probably someplace safe.
Let me pick under the bed again. Oh, wait. Oh. Because he was piloting the car, and then when it reconnected, the automatic pilot kicked in, so they couldn't get in.
Here.
The culprit was hiding inside the main control room, which was locked shut the entire time.
I can't believe there's no way to switch the voices once you've made the decision. Like, I can see why it wouldn't want you to switch, like, while you're playing, because it takes, like, time and effort to load up those files and have them prepared. But, like, surely it's gotta let you in the main menu, right? There's gotta be a way.
I didn't have the key, so I could.
Oh my god, this song!
I bet the culprit moved there from the infirmary while Car 1 was running on the second track. If the train's management company, Amaterasu Corporation, was involved, the culprit may have had the key. And then they hid in a blind spot I couldn't see from the window. That's how they got past me.
No, it's not me. I'm not the culprit.
Great detective work. I call that a critical hit. He seems like he's barely standing.
He hasn't moved from that
All
pose.
that's left is to finish him off.
All right, it's boom kill time.
Finish him off? How do I do that?
Shove all your evidence into the solution blade and slash as hard as you can.
I thought that sentence was gonna end differently. Not gonna lie. Oh, the Violet book again. Deduction denouement. How'd we do?
Time to expose this crime. The cheats
Oh.
and everything.
Oh, come on, we're doing this shit. Oh, yeah, let's go. In deduction denouement, this is the part where we just wholesale rip off the Danganronpa puzzle. But it's fine, because it's great.
But this bears only one truth.
Okay. Uh-oh. I should have read the tutorial. Oh, okay, okay. Where did Yuma rush to? The train. Okay, alright, cool. Let me... Wait, hold on. Why can't I switch? There we go. Okay. So I was on the train. It's reading left to right. Discovers the ticket, sees the time. Oh shit! Train. Get that train. Got that train. Goodbye, train. Okay. All right. So now we're on the train. We meet this lovely gaggle of characters. What was used to put the detectives to sleep? Wait, what? No. Shut up. I know that was wrong. I didn't even pick anything yet. Oh, I don't have that yet. Okay. All right. Okay. So she drinks wine, he drinks coffee, she drinks coffee. Everyone drinking coffee except for Melanie goddamn Goldmine. Who's like, listen, I'm gonna die in style. He JoJo poses, okay. What was used to break the window? Oh, I've got that one. Fire extinguisher. What was used as a red herring? Okay, I don't have that one yet. Goldmine is the best. They were all the best. Even the culprit. What was the culprit? Where was the culprit hiding? Okay, yeah, we got that one. Under the bed. Under the poopy bed. So for anyone watching, if you haven't played Danganronpa, basically what we're doing is we're putting the series of events together in stylish comic book form. If that wasn't immediately apparent. I gotta remember that there might be people watching that aren't my good friend Suri and I, who both played the shit out of Danganronpa. Her, of course, much more than I have. Because I'm uncultured swine. So there might be people tuning in and don't know what the fuck's going on. Manga form. Yeah, you're right. My bad. What was the culprit doing in the main room? Stabbing a pillow. Knife and cushion. Crane attachment. Knockout drug. Oh, wait. Knockout drug. Let's go back. We have what was used to put the detectives to sleep. The knockout drug. What was used as a red herring? What was culprit doing in the main room? What happened when car 1 was detached? Do I have that? A blackout. Yes? Yes. Good. What was the culprit doing in the main control room? Detaching car 1. What did the culprit burn? Oh, okay. Context clues. You burned a lot of things. Burned the nameplate. Looking out the window like an idiot. What happened after exiting the tunnel? Attached to car 1. And even if you weren't sure if that was the order of things, the sunset's the same. Because this is a well-designed, like... This is a victory lap more than a puzzle, but it is a well-designed puzzle. Like, just in case there were some, like, lingering questions. Which body was found last? Apex's body. Oh, we don't have... Whoa! Okay. That's cute. Okay. We're not ready for you yet. What was the main... We're doing train detachment. There we go. Now we've got that. And what was used as a red herring? The knife and the pillow. There we go. And now we have one more. Motherfucking Catboy. Very nice. Oh, that felt good. To be fair, I kind of fumbled my way through all the solutions because I was very much on the... It was totally Aphex train. I was very much also on the Aphex train. But, like, by this point, the game has told us that it was Zilch.
And Amaterasu Corporation has
The Violet Book!
Truth bombs are about to be dropped. Time for the deduction denouement.
Denouement. My bad.
The incident unfolded aboard the Amaterasu Express, which was on its way to Kanaiwar. I rushed onto the train as it was about to depart.
Oh, his glowy shoes.
At that time, the train was made up of 5 cars.
Oh, because you were fast asleep in the lost and found, Master. If you'd kept snoozing, the case would never be solved.
When the train started moving, it was only 4 cars long. The 5th and final one was left at the station.
And so, the culprit's scheme had already begun.
So, did that mean that he got on the second car? Or he got on the first car, went to the second car, and then the train left.
Meaning Amaterasu Corporation was involved from the get-go.
On the train, the master detectives were gathered together in car 2. That was the dining car. And the culprit had already mixed a knockout drug into every drink there.
I bet the culprit was the first person on the train, so they could prepare in advance and wait for everybody else.
I felt unwell, and Melanie went to the trouble of pouring me a coffee. But after drinking it, I started to feel drowsy.
Which is the opposite of what you want coffee to do.
I was hearing things at the time and thought that I might be seriously ill. But it was actually the drug.
So that yours truly was responsible? Sticks and stones won't do much to make it good, but slander stings.
Hey, fine, whatever. Damn.
The culprit sent me off to car 1 in order to frame me as the killer.
I'm sure the culprit didn't expect you to get sick, Master, but since you look like a super easy target, they probably changed their plan and went after you instead.
Once I'd left, the other master detectives must have fallen asleep because of the drugged drinks.
The culprit then burned everyone to death,
God damn.
setting all those master detectives on fire on purpose. What a psycho!
This was when the culprit put their plan to frame me into motion. First, they carried Aphex's charred corpse to the infirmary in car 1.
The very first body we found.
Then they deliberately left a fire extinguisher near the restroom I was
Does he
sleeping in.
have to do the JoJo pose every time he's
This was
on
done to
camera?
prompt me into smashing the door later.
Gotta have someone get
Or
inside
alternatively, like,
somehow,
the menacing
or
guy
else
with
nobody will
glasses
find the
pose.
body.
Oh, without his hat, he totally has Joker hair, too.
Next, the culprit entered the infirmary, locked the door, and laid down on the
Literally,
bed with
Mellamy's
Aphex's
decision to get
charred
crunk
corpse.
instead of drinking coffee makes me posthumously love her. Yeah, it's like she knew. It's like, this is my last chance. I'm gonna take it.
Jumping into bed with a charred corpse. And here I thought chivalry was dead. What a gentleman. I'm actually a little jealous.
Bruh.
A knife and cushion created the red herring.
Also, I mean, you're a serial killer. I'm not, you know, who am I to question your methods and morals? But, like, everyone knows you're not supposed to cut towards yourself, dude. Just put the pillow, like, on the bed or something.
I have a way to pretend to be dead.
Furthermore, the culprit set the room on fire just as I was waking up.
While you were sleeping, I felt someone come into the restroom. They must have seen me then and timed it.
When I woke up in the restroom and went into the hallway, car 1 was beginning to fill with smoke.
Oh, that's some precise timing.
Yeah.
I caught a glimpse of Selch in the infirmary, with a knife lodged in his chest.
But it didn't take long for the smoke to obscure everything.
That was when the culprit took out Aphex's burnt corpse, switched places with it, and waited for me to enter the room while hiding beneath the bed.
I wonder if he was using his forte to get this, like, slick timing.
It's just like a magic trick. Switching places.
Because
under a veil of
seems
smoke.
like it went off all too well.
Meanwhile, I found the
But no,
fire
I guess-
extinguisher on the floor.
But our Ahoge would have detected it with our magic detector.
Smashed the window, unlocked the room, and went inside.
Just like the culprit planned. And that's why they left the fire extinguisher there in the first place.
After the smoke cleared, I found Zelch's body, burnt to a crisp. At least, that's what I thought. The charred corpse was actually Aphex. The culprit had me completely fooled.
I wonder if that strap is there because he didn't have his uniform, like, fully fastened.
That must have been why
I just pointed at the screen in real life, like you'd be able to see it. Oh man, I'm not very smart, in case it wasn't immediately apparent.
I bolted out of car 1 after seeing the corpse.
The culprit was under the bed at that time. Huh.
Spree killer? What did I say? Serial killer? Yeah, he's a spree killer. He really is like Kibo. Absolutely. It's his antenna. It's for detecting the plot.
I went on to discover the charred corpses of the other master detectives.
And he looks so much more evil without his cat hat. Which I guess answers the question of were the ears real or not. Man.
Time, the culprit came out from under the bed and went
I
to
liked
the
my
main
answer
control
better
room
that
in
they
car 1.
were real cat ears and he was a real cat boy and he just had like a custom hat made that fit his ears.
Controlling the train from there, they detached car 1.
Caused the blackout and shaking, and the power source was switched over to the backup system.
Yeah. Now you get it, Talisman.
So when the train shook, was there or was there not jiggling in my glass? Take a guess.
I'd rather not.
While the detached car 1 was running on a separate track, the culprit went to work, preparing to disguise car 1 as car 5.
What about the jiggling?
Don't care. Moving on.
First, Apex's corpse was carried to the corridor, and the necklace removed earlier was placed back on.
Then the car 1 number plate was burned, so that it couldn't be properly identified.
With everything in place,
Fucking nerd. Hey.
the culprit
You're
went
not
into
wrong.
the main control room, locked the door,
Anyway.
and waited for the train cars to reconnect.
And at this time, the culprit was riding in car 1 on the other track, right?
Yeah, the train, which was only cars 2, 3, and 4 at the time, remained on course.
Since we were in a tunnel, I didn't even realize car 1 was moving alongside us.
The train we were on went through the tunnel with only 3 cars.
And the windows were all faced away from the loop part because otherwise this whole plan would have been borked.
When it came out of the tunnel, the car with the culprit in it attached to car 4. Now behind car 4, that car became car 5.
The swap was pre-programmed into the train's automatic operating system, right? Technology sure is convenient.
The culprit, riding in car 1, attached it to the back of car 4. That caused more shaking, but there was no blackout this time because the power supply stayed the same.
Additional shaking occurred inside my blouse, but the power stayed on.
Okay. Thank you for that information.
After that,
I'm glad the
I
power
mistook
in your blouse
car
stayed
1
on.
for car
That's
5
great.
And walked right in. The culprit wrecked it so much I didn't even notice the door I had smashed when I was in car 1 before.
It's true. I completely didn't notice that.
Well, but that was part of the culprit's plan, wasn't it? Also, no one would realize it was actually car 1.
When I found the corpse, I deduced that it was Aphex from the necklace it had on.
Well, I mean they were in the tunnel and couldn't see out the windows. Right, but what I mean is they would have seen car 4 or car 1 coming when they exited the tunnel if the windows were faced towards it. Like, they would have seen the track converging, and they would have seen car 1 barreling towards them and been able to piece together much sooner that, oh shit, we just had a car reconnect. That's sus. I say we, but they were all already dead by then. She was at a ghost at the time. I don't know what blouse she's talking about.
But I was just
One of those
rediscovering a second
crafty
charred corpse
ghost
in car
japes.
1.
Only there was a word for that.
The disguised corpse and the car switch completely fooled me.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think there is a word for that, Talisman.
Using a dead body? staggeringly brilliant idea.
I get it.
In Conite Ward. It connected to a different, prearranged car 1.
Poltergeist tomfoolery, yes. A gassed trunk.
And with that, the train once again had 5 cars.
And we were besieged by goons, so we didn't notice anything.
So much attaching and detaching. What a stupid, crazy, elaborate trick!
The peacekeepers were lying in wait at the station. As the sole survivor, I was set up as the one responsible for the murders.
And Amaterasu was in on it. That really turns me on.
I've skipped so many lines. Why couldn't I skip that one?
Pisses me off, right?
No, she did not.
During that time, the culprit stayed hidden in the main control room of the disguised Car 1 and waited for the peacekeepers to haul you in, Master. They were right there at the scene.
After burning all the master detectives, the culprit faked their own death and tried to frame me as the killer.
Not only despairingly, but despairingly reusing a body.
And the evildoer,
And I'll
who
leave it at
committed
that.
these countless contemptible crimes is none other than
Chai Spice's husband.
Alexander, it was you!
Oh, fuck! That joke was better in Japanese because the word for being turned on is close to being annoyed. Okay. That makes more sense.
This is the truth I've uncovered!
I'll kill you myself!
Is that it?
Is he about to have a change of heart?
What's this?
It's the treasure.
it's the truth. It's the soul of the
Wrong
true
T-word.
culprit who made this mystery labyrinth.
The soul of the true culprit.
Oh, is that why she's a death god? Is she gonna kill him? For his crime?
Wait, what am I supposed to do with this?
Now it's time for the main event.
Oh god, is it punishment time?
Here we go. It's my time to shine.
Yup.
Surging bloodlust.
Blood demon art.
Growing despair. The brilliant sway Shinigami.
Not what I expected.
Plunge this cursed case. To all deplorables. To the final mystery labyrinth.
Oh my god, this song is so good. Whoops, not what I meant. Not what I meant either, but I'll take it. Okay. Dramatic finish. Gotta admit, I was entertained. Oh, why are you still giving us? Oh wait, Swank's Gill. Oh, that's about the capitalist guy. Yeah, I know he wears a silver grill that says money on it. I saw. All right, so now, cool. Now I know the truth. Now I can die happy.
You're back?
What are you talking about now? Your spirit shouldn't be broken. Yet. The peacekeepers will take care of you. We have all the time in the world.
Huh?
Fuck, are you serious?
Shinigami, where are you? Nothing here's changed. What's going on?
Now you can die happy. Remember that thing about losing your lifespan? Time to pay up.
Are you listening?
Get him!
Wait, I know who the culprit is.
What?
Katsunel? Oh god, is that why he was a cat boy?
It's Zilch. He's still alive. He framed me.
What are you talking about? He's already dead.
You hesitated.
Huh? But
Or you
Shut up.
killed him.
This is not up for discussion. What a waste of time. Take him away.
Shinigami, where did you go? This isn't what's supposed to happen.
I'm right here!
So when you executed him, did that change of heart him so he's gonna come out and confess?
You're so cute when you panic. So
Or is he
what
just
if
dead
you
in the
believe you heard it?
control room?
Stop playing around. Why hasn't the situation changed at all?
He must be hallucinating. Taking him down shouldn't be a problem.
Ooh, the death smoke.
Take him away.
The doom stonk.
What? He's dead.
Oh, she did kill him. Oh, damn.
Looks like it's over.
Huh? What's over? Shinigami, what's going on?
There's always a price to pay.
Sucker for a spotlight effect.
When I read the soul of the true culprit, the mystery labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed. But as a price, the source that created the mystery labyrinth also perishes.
The source perishes? Don't tell me.
That's right, the true culprit dies.
Then that report saying Zilch, the true culprit, was dead.
Man, I want to
And
talk to him
that
again.
solves today's mystery. The true culprit is as dead as a doornail. You're now innocent and free to go, Master. A happy ending. Roll credits.
Now, fuck that shit.
There's nothing happy about this. Zilch died because I solved the mystery, right?
No, he died because he created the mystery.
Huh? He was a dangerous murderer who killed 4 master detectives.
Sorry. I had to do it. I had to do it. I mean, she said to roll credits.
I mean, I don't think I'm completely free to go. Not even with Zilch being dead.
In that case, say exactly what I'm about to tell you to that gilded idiot over there.
Okay. Swank, did you just receive a report that Zilch was dead?
How did you know that?
I thought so.
Ah,
If he was alive until moments ago, that changes things about this case. Someone who died in front of my eyes, was alive. This is clearly an attempt by the culprit to disguise the truth. Don't tell me the Peacekeepers lied to try to cover up what really happened. You didn't try to frame an innocent person, did you?
What?
I don't like this.
You think you can weasel your way out of this?
Because clearly, he was the true culprit, or some character we haven't met yet that he was working for is the true culprit that either paid Zilch to do it, or forced him to do it, or coerced him to do it. That person, in my mind, is the real true culprit who should have been reaped. But we'll never know, and we'll never get a chance to find out because he was sacrificed to the Booba Ghost.
You better not forget your
One more in the barrel.
now.
There's a character coming up that you will love, by the way. I mean, I already love all these characters, especially 99 in the middle there.
You're powerless before the might of the Amaterasu Corporation.
Not him, the 99 standing right by him.
No, I didn't mean...
Hey, don't surrender so easily. You were so close.
That does it.
The 99s are kind of
You're
cute.
under arrest. Listen, you got no
Of
right
course,
to
it's
remain
a
silent,
hairpiece.
and you got no right
Of
to call
course
a
it
lawyer
is.
either. Take him away.
Swank is the 1%. Yeah, but that shouldn't matter to Shinigami.
Hold on just a second. Hey, excuse me. Do you have a minute?
Oh no! Does he have snacks?
It's all good. Let's stop all the fighting.
I love him!
We both have to follow orders from the higher ups, so
It's
let's
Kaburagi
not
from
do
Soul
anything
Hackers.
that causes unnecessary tension. Falsifying evidence and testimonies is a drag when it comes time to do the paperwork, right? It's tough keeping
Look at
things
that coat.
consistent. Just forget about all that.
It's half
Leave it
hoodie
to
and
me.
half suit jacket. Just like mine, but
You know,
their halves are
so
on
the
different...
true culprit
It's the
was
front half
alive
and the
and
back
well
half, not the
just a
left
bit
and the right
ago.
half. You will hear from my lawyers,
But
sir.
If you let us go, I'll cook something up in my report to the World Detective Organization.
Yeah, he's a WDO.
You don't want trouble, right? If the WDO floods this joint because of you.
I love him.
Punishment might be kind of brutal. So, you know what to do. Leave things well enough alone.
You know
as they
there
say.
exists a timeline where he was voiced by Billy Comments. Sorry. Not to bring
Let's
down the
go.
mood. Let's rewind. I love him. He's precious. His coat is great. And it looks like it has Freesia VT on the back. Please don't be the secret, like, mastermind.
Thank goodness.
Please just be
that
a good
worked
boy.
out.
Who is he?
Beats me?
He can beat me. Sorry, too far. I'm the only one here who gets to regret jokes, and I regret that joke. Hello!
Well, I bet that was quite a long trip for you. Welcome to Kanai Ward.
Thanks.
Drift sus. Hey.
You must be Yuma. Yuma Kokohead, right?
No, Yuma Kokohead.
I am. And you are?
Damn it.
I'm Yako Furio.
Yeah, buddy.
I was born and raised in Kanai Ward. Just a humble member of the WDO. I'm the director of the Nocturnal Detective Agency. The
Oh, that is a
only
real thing.
detective agency in Kanai Ward. My office welcomes you. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Thanks.
I
The
know.
pleasure
He is
all
charming
mine.
as hell.
So he's a detective from the WDO. Finally, I've met an ally. He managed to turn away the Peacekeepers, so he must be in high standing.
Really? He's clearly just some careless, middle-aged man.
It could be both. Wah.
Oh, by the way, don't tell anyone about yours truly. You might have forgotten, but our secret is included in the contract. It'd be terrible if you broke this rule. To be exact, your whole body would be drained of its blood.
Oh. I need that. For later. With the guy.
I won't tell anyone.
Well, even if you did, they'd just assume you're some crazy person.
Or they would assume that I have a forte. I mean, have you ever heard of a master detective with a forte? Crazy, right?
Now, shall we? Oh, by the way, I'd like to hear the details about this incident.
Right.
I recognize your voice too. Man. You're not the star guy, are you?
I'm sorry I kept you waiting. It took a while to get through all the proceedings.
Why is it that I remember the phrase emissary of the stars, but I don't remember his name? No Googling voices, I know. I know, I know the protocol. Okay.
They practically interrogated you, right? Kanai Ward is completely shut off from the outside world.
Even if I did break it earlier. Anyway.
Communication devices such as cell phones are confiscated. Cameras are not permitted to leave Kanai Ward either. Even if you smuggle something with reception in, Kanai Ward is a dead zone.
Oh yeah, because Goldmine tried to use her phone.
Thanks to all that tight closure, nobody's using this fancy station at all.
Did you say no one?
You show a lot of promise, considering how you handled that Amaterasu trouble. I was scared, to be honest. I don't want to deal with them if I don't have to.
No, don't tell me you're behind it. No.
The thing is, the Peacekeepers always antagonize detectives.
That is entirely believable.
As a basic rule, never look them in the eye.
Welcome to
They're always itching for a fight. Kind of like
Kaito
mad
Momoda,
dogs.
thank you. Yes. Are you Kaito? But I will never know because I can't Google it. And neither can you. Don't even try it. We'll learn eventually. It'll be fine. Welcome to North Korea if it was capitalist instead of communist. True. It's blue instead of red.
Right.
Amaterasu Corp doesn't want the unified government or the WDO meddling in their matters. I even caught wind of them hiring a hitman.
No, but this is great. It's a libertarian paradise where, you know, we have no government meddling and we can all just be cool to each other and live by the non-aggression principle, right? It's awesome.
Hitman?
Sorry. I'm mixing politics in again. My bad.
They plan to wipe out any master detectives before they entered Kanai Ward. The result of which is this Amaterasu Express massacre.
So Zilch was actually a hitman?
Nope. There was a real master detective named Zilch. He was murdered beforehand and used as a disguise.
Oh no. That's what I thought happened to Aphex, and I was weirdly okay with it being Aphex, but now that it's Zilch...
You were in the first car earlier. The real Zilch is laying dead somewhere in there. There was a separate first car at the station before you arrived, where Zilch's body was hidden. Then, the 4 train cars that you rode in would arrive at the station in Kanai Ward and connect with the fake first car. That makes a total of 5 dead master detectives at Kanai Ward's platform. With no master detectives left, you would be arrested as the only culprit. That was the plan.
They would go to such lengths?
Absolutely. Even though the plan didn't work, we still lost 5 master detectives. Given the situation, I'm honestly surprised you survived, Yuma.
That's all thanks to me. You're so lucky to be haunted by yours truly.
Wait, if there was a real Zilch, then the number of people on board the Amaterasu
Would still be
Express,
6 because he was already dead.
including me, that makes 6 people. The number is still
Oh,
going up.
right, the clerical error. I forgot about that.
I, Hoochie, heard from the World Detective Organization that the number of master detectives on the train was... precisely 5.
Oh, I'll explain that later.
Fuck off!
Anyway, let's leave this place. Wouldn't want to give the Peacekeepers any ideas.
I love him. I love him so much. Please don't die and please don't be evil. Sorry, this art is too good not to grab. I get the feeling I'm going to be making lots of thumbnails for this game. I miss Poochie too. If we want to grieve for the dead master detectives, including the dead furry, I'll allow it. Actually, go back to 07's in the chat for the dead master detectives. Let's just embrace the stream crane. Thank you. It's what they would have wanted. Who the fuck are you? Where are you,
Who's
Naruto,
that
running
guy?
to? Are
It's
you
me.
a master detective or a member of Organization 13?
I see, I see.
Once the culprit is boom killed, you'll get rewarded based on how well Master did inside the labyrinth. The mystery labyrinth. Ooh.
Are you gonna remember
You'll get a reward
all
for
this?
each overall rating between double S to C. Not only do you get a reward for the rating you receive, but every rating below it. So try shooting for the top. Oh. Oh, wow, I didn't do very well at all. I got a B, though. That's a lot of DP that I got. Oh, damn, never mind. I did great. I got hurt. I got hurt pretty bad. Fuck yeah. That's the example. Okay, we're gonna save our progress. Yeah, Talisman, I think we should end it here. As much as I want to keep going, this is the end of a chapter. And as naive as it is, I think I want to try to shoot for doing chapters in one shot going forward, which means like 5 to 6 hour streams, which is fine. But if we start a new chapter now, that'll throw off the whole rhythm, or become a 9-hour stream. Listen, the mind is willing, but the body is old and tired. So I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here, and then we'll start chapter 1 fresh next time I stream this. I'm gonna have a schedule up on Sunday, but what I'm thinking will probably happen is Catherine, Dead Rising, and this in some capacity. So look out for that. I'll post it on Twitter. It'll be somewhere, whatever. Fuck it. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and thanks for riding this chapter into the station with me. Have a nice night and have a great weekend. Body swap.